Welcome back to the YD Red Sox pregame show. Brandon Pelter now joined by Red Sox field manager Scott Pickler. Pick a special weekend for you being in Cooperstown with Trevor Hoffman. How was it?
It was awesome. It was spectacular. In fact, I had no idea the Cooperstown was so quaint. There's only 2,000 people that live in Cooperstown, and there was 51,000 people there. It was pretty exciting, pretty, well thought out weekend plans by the Padres and by Trevor and Trevor's family. It was great to see his whole family there. Padres threw an unbelievable party on Saturday night for Trevor. We got to go to that, and then we got to sit with the family during the ceremony. It was pretty amazing watching one of your kids get in the hall.
To hear him mention your name and your impact Welcome back to the YD Red Sox pregame show. Brandon Pelter now joined by Red Sox field manager Scott Pickler. Pick a special weekend for you being in Cooperstown with Trevor Hoffman. How was it?
It was awesome. It was spectacular. In fact, I had no idea the Cooperstown was so quaint. There's only 2,000 people that live in Cooperstown, and there was 51,000 people there. It was pretty exciting, pretty, well thought out weekend plans by the Padres and by Trevor and Trevor's family. It was great to see his whole family there. Padres threw an unbelievable party on Saturday night for Trevor. We got to go to that, and then we got to sit with the family during the ceremony. It was really exciting. You know, maybe he had to do that because I was there and I showed up. I don't know, but it was, you know, I was flattered and excited when he did that. And he shouted out to Bill Pinkham, a guy that's coached with me for 34 of my 35 years at Cypress and still coaching with me. And for Trevor to realize that and mention Bill along with me. And Bill's been an assistant coach. He's like a co-head coach with me for many, many years. That's just Trevor, who he is, recognizing everybody that helped him have that type of thing. But his work ethic, and he did this on his own, his work ethic, his brothers had such an impact on him. Glenn obviously played for the Red Sox, and Greg, his other brother, are special people and taught him what's right and what's wrong. And Mickey and Eddie, his parents, he appreciated every little thing that people gave him through his career. He was one of those guys that was so far from being entitled that, you know, and when you think about Trevor and you think about that he was a shortstop, all-league shortstop for us, all-league shortstop for Arizona, converted himself to a pitcher and, you know, hurt his arm a little bit, and he was 93, 94 and had to develop a changeup. And that's just the way he lives his life. You know, he works hard at everything he does, and that's why he's such a great dad and great husband. And, you know, he reached out to his mom there. It was pretty touching, his whole speech.
Now back to some baseball on the Cape. 3 games left, but you guys have clinched the first seed in the East. 2-0 while you were gone as well. Have you gotten caught up with things going on here?
Yeah, I got caught up real quick when they called me on Sunday and told me to stay in Cooperstown. We got this.
Word on the street is with Roberto Mercado and the rest of the staff going 2-0, you're stuck in the bullpen today.
That's fine. That'll be good. I can handle that. They got this under control.
And Noah Campbell, on a tear he has been throughout most of the season, now hitting over 400. What has impressed you most about Noah?
Just his daily routine, that he comes in and works every morning, works on his game. He's only a freshman. To be doing this in this league is pretty impressive.
Pick, thanks for the time. Lineups, first pitch, and more. Red Sox and Firebirds do battle here tonight. Welcome back to Eldridge Park, the YD Red Sox pregame show. Brandon Pelter with TJ Mathewson. And now the lineup for the 13-27-1 Orleans Firebirds, the home team here at 104-year-old Eldridge Park. Leading things off, it's the center fielder, Pat DeMarco. The 2-man in right field, it's J.J. Blade. Spencer Steer, the second baseman, bats third, while Logan Wyatt, who's cooled off in his last 4 games, bats fourth. He's hitting 176 in his last 4. Jack Scrotians gets the start behind the plate in the 5 spot. And Carter Eldreddy, who's been on a tear, 5 for his last 15 of the last 4 games, bats 6th in left field. The 7th man is the DH Kenyon Yovan, a 2-way player. And the 8th man is third baseman Justin Levy, while the 9 man is the shortstop Sal Gazzo. They will face Tommy Henry as we pause for the national anthem. When we return, it's the Red Sox lineup and first pitch here from Eldridge Park.
Just about ready for YD Red Sox baseball here from Eldridge Park, and the Red Sox 25-11-5, top team in the East, vying for the top seed in all of the Cape. Do battle with the Orleans Firebirds. Leading things off for the Red Sox in center field, it's Zach Ashford batting .318, good for 6th in the league of all qualified hitters. The two-man is Brad Beasley, the DH for the Red Sox. At shortstop for the second straight game, it's Noah Campbell, the three-man, top batting average across the Cape at .406. Zach Zubia, the first baseman, bats fourth. It's Johnny DeLuca, the switch hitter, in right field, batting fifth. The sixth man is Nick Quintana, red hot in the month of July. He's at third base. In left field, it's Reese Albert, the seven man, while the eight man at second base is Luke Waddell. The catcher for the Red Sox is Adam Kerner, batting 9, and YD will face Levi Stout from Lehigh, the 6'2 righty.
Yeah, the guy they've gotten to twice this summer in just 2 appearances versus the Red Sox. 6 innings and 11 runs, 6 of them earned, and 13 base hits. This YD offense has had a field day against Stout, and maybe for the righty, third time is the charm, and for a big game for the Firebirds.
Firebirds needed here 1-9 in their last 10, just a point back from the Brewster Whitecaps in that fourth and final playoff spot. Throw goes down to second. Ashford, the lefty, stepping up to the plate. It's the Firebirds and Red Sox getting ready here at Eldridge Park in Orleans, Massachusetts. Final meeting of the regular season between these two teams. Stout to tie his shoes. Groshans trots back behind the plate. The umpires for tonight's game at home plate, it's Ricky Antonio calling the balls and strikes. Bob Gardner is at first base, and Bill Fisher is at third. Temperatures in the low 80s in Orleans as Stout, the righty from Lehigh, winds, and the first pitch. Inside, first pitch comes at 7:08 here on another perfect evening for baseball. A Tuesday night, final week of the season. 1-0. This is up. It's 2-0 on the leadoff man, Ashford. Just mentioned, hitting .318 for the Red Sox, good for 6th in the league. To qualify, you need 2.7 at-bats per game. 2-0. Swung on and slapped down the left side, foul. It's 2-1.
Man, for a YD lineup that's loaded full of really good hitters, Ashford is, I wouldn't say kind of flown under the radar, has been hitting at or near the top of the lineup almost all 40, now 2 games of the season, and it's continuing to hit well.
The 2-1 is fouled away, and it's 2-2. So Quintana, the leadoff man here for the Red Sox, top of the first inning. No score. Stout peeks in. Now he winds, kicks in the 2-2. Swing and a miss over a breaking ball. Groshans out in front of the plate, throws up to first in time for the first out of the ball game.
Well, that's a really good start for Levi Stout, able to get Ashford to foul off a couple pitches and then just buries an off-speed pitch in the dirt or retire the leadoff man.
Stout at Lehigh, the Patriot League this past season, a starter, 12 starts, a 3.03 ERA. He went 3-8, and in 65 innings pitched, 67 strikeouts. With one away, Brad Beasley, the righty, steps up for YD. Stout steps off. Beasley has also been hot for the Red Sox, hitting .400. So it's just under 3 plate appearances per team game to qualify. First pitch to Beasley, a breaking ball, called a strike on the inner third.
Now, Stout's last time out against these Red Sox faced 9 Red Sox batters in the first inning. They hit around against the righty, put up 3 runs on him.
0-1's fouled away. It's now 0-2 on Beasley.
It was right here at Eldridge Park, too. Second game of the season for the Red Sox here. And it was a good one.
So 1 out, top of the first, an 0-2 count on Brad Beasley. Stout winds from the first base side, 0-2. Swing and a miss on a fastball in the outer third. 2 up, 2 down, and 2 strikeouts for Levi Stout.
Well, for the Zach Ashford, it was the off-speed pitch. Now with Brad Beasley just challenges him with a good, firm fastball, like right down the middle. Beasley just came up empty against it.
In the outfield from left to right, it's Carter Eldreddy, Pat DeMarco, and J.J. Blade. Noah Campbell, the switch hitter, steps into the left side. Stout winds in the first pitch. Swing and a soft grounder up the first base side. Wyatt Fields will take it to the bag himself. Gets there in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Levi Stout. No score as we head to the home half of the first. Firebirds to plate for the first time today. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. No score at Eldridge Park between the YD Red Sox and Orleans Firebirds, and the Red Sox trot out Tommy Henry, 1-1 record, the lefty from Michigan, on the bump.
Yeah, a guy who's really had his best start of the season last time out. July 23rd at Bourne, 6 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and just a walk. Probably most confidence he's shown just challenging hitters, avoiding the free passes, and was able to retire the Braves and help Whitey come out of that game with a win.
Pat DeMarco, the righty, steps in. Sun beginning to set the first base side. Henry from the windup into the motion, first pitch. Fastball called a strike on the outside corner. The Red Sox in the outfield from left to right. It's Reese Albert, Zach Ashford, and Johnny DeLuca back from a stint at second base for a game on Sunday. The 0-1. Fouled out of play right side. 0-2 quickly ahead. For the Red Sox on the infield at third base, it's Nick Quintana. Noah Campbell stays at shortstop for the second straight game. Luke Waddell is at second, and Zach Zubia at first. Henry winds, first base side, the 0-2. Breaking ball misses well away. Battery today with Tommy Henry catching is Adam Kerner.
Defense that YD trotted out there on Sunday, kind of an experimental defensive lineup outside of Johnny DeLuca having a rough couple plays at second. Did pretty well.
1-2. Fastball misses outside. It's 2-2. Large crowd on hand at Eldridge Park, lining the hill out of play first base side. The 2-2 from Henry. Slapped down the right side out of play and into a sea of fans lining the aforementioned hill, including a red Firebird, I guess, the mascot there standing in front of the crowd. Henry, the lefty from Michigan, working from the wind, first hitter for the Firebirds today, the 2-2. Fastball calls strike 3, paints the corner at the knees. The first out of the afternoon for Tommy Henry, a strikeout.
Now that's what we want to see from Tommy Henry, just aggressive with the fastball, paints that heater right at the knees, and DeMarco left with the bat on his shoulder.
Next, it's J.J. Blade, the lefty from Vanderbilt, currently hitting .309. First pitch. Called a strike on the inner third. Henry in his sophomore season, a starter for the Michigan Wolverines. 15 starts, a 3.09 ERA, a 7-3 record for the lefty. Here's the 0-1. Swung on into the netting out in front of the Red Sox dugout, third base side. Henry again ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. J.J. Bleday hitting .333 in his last 5 games, including 3 home runs. He's been hot. Flag blowing in from center. 0-2. Waved at and missed. A breaking ball diving low toward the outside corner. 2 up, 2 down for Tommy Henry.
Well, good starts for both of these pitchers. Now Tommy Henry dials up the off-speed pitch and gets a hot hitter in Bleday to go chasing after it outside the strike zone. That's when you know you got good movement on that. Starts in the strike zone right around the knees and then just disappears.
With 2 away, it's Spencer Steer, leading hitter for the Firebirds. Into the right side. No score, bottom of the first. First pitch to Steer. Fastball misses away. Steer with 5 home runs. 3 players on this Firebirds lineup with 5 homers. Leads the way with 25 RBI. Henry winds. 1-0. Out of play in the air right side. It's 1-1. These Firebirds in second with home runs. Just behind the Chatham Anglers. The 1-1 misses away. Now 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a soft grounder to the right side. Waddell charges, holds for a second after a bobble, but throws in time. Identical innings. 6 up and 6 down here at Eldridge Park. No score. So we head to the top of the second. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. No score between YD and Orleans, top of the second inning. Red Sox will send Zach Zubia up to begin the inning. 6 up and 6 down at historic Eldridge Park, 104 years old. YD offense, top among the Cape, as Drew Linder, assistant coach for the Red Sox, joins us here in the top of the second inning. Drew, thanks for stopping on by, checking in with us one more time.
Yeah, glad to be back.
First pitch to Zubia, breaking ball, falls in for a strike. So congratulations in order for you, to you rather. New job with University of Pittsburgh baseball program, director of player development.
Yeah, it's been good.
The 1-0 is swung on and hit foul left side.
Yeah, it's exciting time for me, obviously. First real gig here in this great game, but more importantly, it's exciting time for the program. A new era with Mike Bell as a head coach, and fortunate enough he wanted me to join his staff up in Pittsburgh. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of that program. There's a lot of positive energy coming from the athletic department, the athletic director. So we're very excited. We're very pleased to be a part of such a great athletic program.
Zubia with a new piece of lumber, the 1-1 falls in the dirt. And so you worked with Coach Bell at Florida State. He was the pitching coach for the Seminoles. You were the bullpen coordinator there for a couple of years, and now moving on with him. What does it mean that he gave you the call? It's the 1-2 misses outside.
Oh, it's a humbling experience. Obviously, you know, Coach Bell runs a great system. You know, he's definitely cut out for that job, and you know, I think it was more importantly, I knew how he operated. He knew how I operated. So, you know, we put those two together, and
2-2 called strike 3 on the outside corner.
And hopefully we can do big things at Pittsburgh, you know, turn things around there. They've obviously have a lot of talent there. We're excited about our recruiting class that we got coming in. So, you know, and obviously he's going to surround himself with the right people to make that thing work up there in Pittsburgh.
Back to this game, 4 up, 4 down for YD as Johnny DeLuca steps in to the left side versus the righty Stout. First pitch is called a strike, breaking ball diving to the inside corner. Stout, third time facing the Red Sox. He's 0-2, but through the first 4 hitters, he's looked solid. The 0-1. Swung on and driven to right center field. That one, it's down for a base hit. One hops the wall. DeLuca is around first, digging hard. He's going for 3. Here comes the relay throw, and it doesn't get to the cutoff man. Johnny DeLuca, stand-up triple for YD's first hit, coming in the top of the 2nd inning. So right as I say it, DeLuca, the big hit.
Yeah, I know. Stout's look good. You know, the first couple innings, you got to give him a lot of credit. He's commanding 3 pitches for strikes. And, you know, you never know from day to day how these guys are going to perform out here in the Cape. But, you know, a great piece of hitting by Johnny DeLuca. Starts him off with an off-speed pitch, doesn't change his approach, and obviously drives that ball out into right center. So, you know, we're going to continue to give these guys reps. You know, you're going to see a lot of different faces over the next 3 games. Get guys in rhythms, get guys work that need to get work right before the postseason.
First pitch to Nick Quintana. Foul back out of play, right side. Quintana, how about him? July 1st hitting 190. He's up to 270 here on July 31st. He hit 322 in the month.
Yeah, great. Good for him. You know, he's a guy that stayed the course, you know, stayed level-headed, not too high, not too low. You know, those guys struggle. You know, a lot of guys do struggle.
The 0-1 from Stout in tight on Quintana.
At the start of things, but, you know, they don't make those drastic changes. Those drastic changes, you know, really hurt you. It's hard to bounce back from drastic changes, but he's made the minor changes, which has put him in a position to find success over the past several weeks, which is very big for this lineup.
1-1. In tight, that catches a piece of Quintana. He's aboard now. Runners on the corners, Justin out. Top of the 2nd inning and no score between YD and Orleans. Brandon Pelter joined by the Red Sox assistant coach Drew Linder. And Drew, this offense tops among the Cape for pretty much the whole season, hitting 22 points higher than the Wareham Capemen, who sit in 2nd place for batting average. What has been the key?
The key, you know, these guys come in and work every day. You know, they trust Berto, they trust Fish, Pick, you know, to really teach them their style of game, you know, stay within themselves.
First pitch to Reese Albert, lined into center field. DeMarco comes on. That drops in ahead of him. DeLuca scores 1-0 lead for the Red Sox in the top of the 2nd inning, and 3 straight base runners have reached for YD.
Yeah, so, you know, going back to, you know, knowing their strengths, knowing what they can and can't do, you know, learning themselves. You know, a lot of these guys have a lot of talent. Obviously, they're up here in Cape for a reason, but they have to learn themselves, more importantly. These guys are still young, still freshmen and sophomore, and they got to learn to be the guy at their school. You know, they've been around a lot of juniors and seniors at their school that, you know, truly understand themselves. And, you know, for them to make that jump, it's understanding what they can and can't do, you know, play into their strengths. So, you know, Johnny DeLuca's really understand that, you know, he's not going to hit for a whole lot of power, but, you know, he's going to be a gap-to-gap guy, which has really allowed him to have success.
First pitch to Luke Waddell is swung on and chopped on 2 hops to the first baseman. Wyatt takes it to the bag himself, but the Red Sox advance 2 base runners 90 feet now. 2 men in scoring position with 2 away in the 2nd. YD the 1-0 lead in the top of the 2nd inning. First 4 were retired. Then the next 3 reached base. Now Luke Waddell the ground out. That brings up the 9-man Adam Kerner. Stout back to the windup with 2 men in scoring position, 2 away in the 2nd. First pitch. Breaking ball just misses up and in. For the catchers, Drew, it's been kind of that revolving door. Every 3 days, each guy getting their work in. Is that hard for them consistency-wise. So the 1-0 is lined, and 2 hops now to the shortstop. That's Gazzo. Fields and flips across the diamond.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's tough sometimes to get in a rhythm, but these guys, they push each other. Each guys are producing night in and night out, which, allows them to, kind of step up their game. It's always good to have a player with good qualities that's pushing you, and there's no better person to push somebody than obviously a teammate of yours. So, it's a good opportunity for them to get better. It's a good opportunity to learn from each other, more importantly. But, it's been great for having me on. And look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Drew, thanks for the time, and congrats again on the new gig.
Appreciate it.
After an inning and a half, 1-0, the Red Sox lead the Firebirds. We're heading to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. One nothing the lead for the Whitey Red Sox over the Orleans Firebirds in the bottom of the second inning. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the home team Firebirds. Logan Wyatt to start things out for Tommy Henry. 3 up, 3 down, and 2 strikeouts in his first inning.
Yeah, just went right after the Firebirds hitters and was really had all of his pitches working so far. We're going to see if he can carry on this strong start and heart of the order due up.
Wyatt, the tall lefty, hitting .303 for Orleans as Henry winds in the first pitch. Misses low and in. Brandon Pelter with TJ Mathewson. Drew Linder was with us for the top half of the inning, the assistant coach for the Red Sox. We thank him again for his time. The 1-0. Swung on and a hard grounder to the right side. Waddell to his left. The second baseman fields and throws in time to first for out number 1. So, TJ, when Drew joins us, that's just the third time this season, but the Red Sox 2-0 thus far, and they even put up a run while he was with us.
I believe it's also all 3 times it's been me and you. 3 and you. So maybe you got to have Drew on a little more often. And then also 1-0 when we got Brady on as well.
Jack Scrotians is up next. The first pitch misses away. A lot of those advanced statistics, right? Everybody's about the sabermetrics and advanced scouting. We've got some of our own.
Yeah, those ones look like they're working to us.
The 1-0. Called a strike on the outer third. Grotians with a quick word. The home plate umpire, Rick Antonio. It's 1-1.
Do we have records when all the coaches or Dan Jaffe comes on? Or you got that one?
The 1-1 misses away. Well, that was game against Bourne the Monday before we went to Hartford. So Monday, July 23rd, and I believe that was a win.
So that at Bourne? That was in Bourne.
At Bourne.
Yeah. Yes, it was a win. That
you and Dana did that game. Henry winds in the 2-1. Misses away. 3-1 the count. For Levi Stout and the Firebirds, went 4 up, 4 down, and then gave up 3 straight base runners, including a triple to Johnny DeLuca. He scored. 1-0 Whitey the lead. Time called by Grotians as Henry started the wind. Henry making start number 5, appearance number 7 for the Red Sox. The lefty from Michigan winds, and the 3-1. Called a strike, a fastball in the outer third, full count at 3-2. 1 out, bottom of the second, final meeting between YD and Orleans. The payoff pitch just misses away. first base runner of the evening for the Firebirds with 2 outs in the bottom of the, rather 1 out in the bottom of the second.
Not a bad spot to miss that fastball. Must have missed just a hair low right below the knees of Groshans as he'll reach as the first base runner for the Firebirds tonight, but that's a good 2-strike pitch.
Carter Aldretti into the right side from Arizona State, hitting .267 for Orleans with Groshans off first. The first pitch misses outside. Henry, the lefty, working from the stretch, a runner aboard. 1 out, bottom of the second, and a 1-run lead for the Red Sox. Flag stationed in center field, waves toward home plate. Henry sets, kicks in the 1-0. Misses in, 2 balls and no strikes. Both pitchers struggling a bit in their second inning of work. Stout allowed a run and 2 hits. Henry has given up the free pass. The 2-0. Fastball away, misses. 3 balls and no strikes on the 6-man Carter Aldretti. Henry sets, kicks in 3-0. Called a strike. A win today for the Red Sox would lock up that top seed across the Cape. Throw over to first. Groshans dives back in head first safely. With just 3 games left in the regular season, all it takes is a YD win or a Wareham loss. Henry sets in the 3-1. Same spot with the fastball right down Main Street. It's 3-2. Henry tucks the ball behind his back. Now sets at the belt. Lefty throws over to first. Groshans back on his feet. Whitey with a run in the top half of the inning. A 1-out triple from Johnny DeLuca. Then Nick Quintana hit by a pitch. Reese Albert, the RBI single to up the middle. Another throw over from Henry. Nothing doing with Groshans, though. Henry sets, payoff pitch, runner goes, swung on, and that one lined to left center field. Ashford is over, he makes the catch, and Groshans retreats to first. 2 outs in the home half of the second now.
Loud sound off the bat of Aldretti, but here at Eldridge Park, plenty of room to work with in center field. Ashford not even too many steps back over to left center field gap to nab that one.
Kenyon Yovan up next. 2-way player from Oregon. Hitting .167. It's been a bit of a struggle and a stint with Team USA as well. Groshans off first. Henry, the first pitch. Breaking ball misses in.
Team USA as a pitcher, not even a hitter, getting some at-bats here on the Cape. Did both at Oregon, has done both here with the Firebirds as well.
Henry, the lefty, set to the belt, kicks, and the 1-0. Swung on and missed on a breaking ball. For Yovan, pitching with the Firebirds. 4 appearances, including 3 starts and a 6.45 ERA, a 1-3 record. It's 1-1. Henry kicks in the pitch. Fastball just missing away. Antonio not giving Whitey pitcher Tommy Henry that pitch. Yovan, 2 home runs for this Firebirds team that has hit 38, just 1 behind the Anglers. Groshans off first, 2-1. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball one more time. The count even 2-2.
The 3 hits of the season for Yovan. 2 of them are home runs. One came back at but back at Red Wilson Field, hit an absolute missile out to dead center field. Back that on July 25th.
2-2. Runner goes. Fouled back to the screen. It's 1-0. YD, the early lead. Bottom of the second inning. 2 outs. and a runner aboard for the Firebirds. Final meeting of the season. The Red Sox have won the last 4 after dropping the first meeting back in early June. YD hasn't lost a series. They've tied or won all of them, including a clean sweep of the Harwich Mariners. 6 wins in 6 meetings. Play resumes after Groshans tied the shoes. Henry sets, kicks in the 2-2. Misses outside. Another full count for Tommy Henry.
Hasn't been missing by a whole bunch, but missing by just enough that can't get the strike call.
3-2 and 2 outs. Groshans will move on the pitch. Henry nods yes. The 6-2 lefty sets at the belt, kicks in the payoff pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Now 2 men aboard for Orleans with 2 outs in the second.
Well, Henry takes the hat off in frustration, and rightly so, not missing by a whole bunch with these pitches, and has resulted with a couple of base runners with 2 outs.
Justin Levy, the 8-man up, with 2 away in the bottom of the second inning. A 1-0 lead. The Red Sox over the Firebirds. Just 2 games left after today for the Red Sox, a home and home with the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Henry, the first pitch. Misses outside. That's where he stayed throughout this game, away from the Firebirds hitters. Jam-packed Eldridge Park. Fans primarily lining the hill on the first base side. Some visiting fans on the third base side. 1-0 is swung on, and a soft grounder to the third baseman, Quintana. He'll throw over to second base in time for the fielder's choice to Strand. 2 runners aboard for the Firebirds. No runs, no hits. 2 men left on base. 1-0. The lead for YD through 2 innings at Eldridge Park. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. A 1-0 lead for the YD Red Sox over the Orleans Firebirds through 2 innings at Eldridge Park. 1, 2, and 3 will step to the plate, still facing Levi Stout. Red Sox with 2 hits in the second inning, including a 1-out triple from Johnny DeLuca. He scored after the RBI single from Reese Albert. Zach Ashford to lead off the inning. 7-game hit streak, hitting .318 entering the day. He struck out swinging the first at bat. Stout winds in the first pitch. This is outside. Ashford, a temporary player, has stuck around this season. He's been a great guy. Really made his presence felt at the top of the YD lineup. The 0-1. Swung on and a broken back grounder to the second baseman, fielded by Steer, and he throws in time for out number 1. With 1 away, Brad Beasley up next. And Beasley's first couple of games on the Cape was hit in the face in practice. So that got him out of the lineup, broke his nose, and then he pulled a hamstring. He was out for a few weeks. First pitch swinging, chops it up the third baseline, just foul. Levy going toward the line, couldn't backhand it. Just helped out by the foul call.
How about now? Hitting over 400 despite all that time off. Any time off these hitters take, it really messes with timing so much, but for Beasley, never missed a beat.
At Cal Poly, second team All Big West selection. After his true freshman season this past year, the redshirt sophomore year hit .277. Stout back to the line, first base side, the 0-1. Swing and identical chopper. This one maybe a few feet wider of the line. It's 0-2. Beasley hitting .469 in his last 9 games. Has a home run for YD. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. The 0-2. Fastball upstairs. Beasley thought about swinging, but stopped. Sun continues to set at Eldridge Park behind the school to our right. The 1-2. Chased it, but fought it off out of play right side. One-run lead for the Red Sox in the top of the third inning. Beasley, the 5-game hit streak, 1-2. Bounces in the dirt, a breaking ball. It's 2-2 the count. Stout again to the line, nobody on, and an out. 2-2 is swung on a soft, shallow pop out for a foul first base side, caught by the first baseman Logan Wyatt for out number 2.
Well, that time Stout able to get in on the hands of Brad Beasley, and all he can do is lift it up into foul territory. And Wyatt, while that ball hanging up in the air, able to get to the right spot and make the catch.
Noah Campbell up with 2 outs in the top of the third. Campbell in the Triple Crown race, believe it or not, leads the league in average entering the day at 406. Third with 6 home runs. First pitch nips the outside corner at the knees. He's also in the third with 26 RBIs. He's up there, believe it or not.
Outside shot with 3 games to go, but the way he's been swinging the bat.
0-1 misses inside. It's 1-1 on Noah Campbell.
You really never know. And the guy's just been on fire, mostly from the left side. That's primarily his better side batting. He's just been out of this world this summer.
Stout shakes the head no, now steps off. Can't get on the same page with Jax Groshans, who will trot out with 2 outs top of the third inning. Scott Pickler seen plenty of success against field manager for the Firebirds, Kelly Nicholson, in his 14th season with Orleans, 32-50-1. It's Nicholson against the Red Sox. Only losing record here out on the Cape. Stout winds, 1-1. Up and away. It's 2-1 on the dangerous Noah Campbell. 2 outs in the third inning. Checking back in around the Cape. Tied at 4 in the bottom of the ninth between Wareham and Katuitt. The 2-1 is trampolined off the plate up the first base side, but twists foul.
And a reminder at Lowell Park, that no lights out there in Katuitt. So I believe if Wareham would tie that ball game, and that would give YD the point separation they need to clinch the top overall spot.
That should do it. Would give them a 5-point lead with just 2 games left. So that would lock them in. And that also big for the standings in the West. Katuitt at home, tied at 4, bottom of the ninth. 2-2 misses low. It's 3-2 on Noah Campbell. At McKeon Park, the Bourne Braves lead the Hyannis Harbor Hawks 3-1. Brewster is losing at Arnie Allen Diamond 5-1 against the Falmouth Commodores. The payoff pitch is fouled off. Campbell fouled it off the foot, chasing a fastball up high. Chatham the 4-0 lead over Harwich at White House Field. Those the other scores around the Cape. Keeping a keen eye on that Brewster-Falmouth game and also in the West to see how those top 4 teams shake out.
It's going to be a fun battle. Catuit, the 4th seed currently in the West, a couple wins in these last couple games could catapult all the way to the top.
Full count on Noah Campbell from the left side. Here's the payoff pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. Campbell works a 2-out walk. First walk of the game for the Red Sox.
And it's not just been the bat for Noah Campbell. Just his overall approach at the plate has been stupendous this summer. That time working a really good at-bat, all the way making the count full and laying off a close pitch for ball 4.
Zach Zubia up with 2 outs, runner aboard for the Red Sox. 1-run lead. And the game in Catuit called a 4-4 tie between Wareham and Catuit, so the Red Sox have clinched the top playoff seed. First pitch to Zubia, called a strike, fastball on the outside corner. Zubia, big body from Texas, has some pop 3 home runs. We saw him power 4 balls onto the Green Monster, Fenway Park, a couple weeks ago. Campbell off of first, some speed, throw over, he's back in safely. Campbell 7 swiped bags. Stout working from the stretch. The righty sets at the belt. Kicks, and the 0-1 misses low in the dirt. 1-1 the count on a beautiful night from Eldridge Park. Ton of fans on hand lining the hills on the first and third base side. Just 2 regular season games remain for all teams across the Cape after today. 1-1. Runner goes. Swung on and slapped down the right field side. Foul. It's 1-2 on Zubia. Red Sox with just 2 hits coming in the second inning. Firebirds still without a hit through 2 plate appearances. Zubia taps the plate, now points the bat out towards center field. Campbell off first, out sets, and the 1-2 is swung on, and a chopper up the middle into center field, a base hit. Campbell stops at second. Now 2 men aboard for the Red Sox with 2 away.
That's just finding the right spot on the infield. Both middle infielders playing towards their respective holes, which gives Zach Zubia a chance. A well-placed ground ball up the middle past Stout on the mound. Ball gets it into center field for another 2-out base runner for the Red Sox.
It's Johnny DeLuca here in the top of the third inning. Tripled in his last at-bat, scored the lone Red Sox run. They have the lead 1-0 against the Firebirds. 2 outs, 2 men aboard for YD. Neither are held on. First pitch. Breaking ball falls low on the inner third. Nick Quintana stands on deck for YD. Stout sets. Kicks and the 1-0. Swing and a liner right at the first baseman, Logan Wyatt. He gloves it for the easy third out. The Red Sox put 2 men aboard, but can't do anything with them. No runs on a hit. Those 2 men are left on base. It's 1-0. YD leads Orleans through 2.5 at Eldridge Park. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Quick call to the bullpen for Scott Pickler. In the bottom of the third inning, Gordon Ingebrigtsen to relieve Tommy Henry. It'll be 9-1-2 Salgazzo to lead off the inning. And Ingebrigtsen just in a few days ago for the Red Sox. First appearance came on July 27th. Worked an inning in 2/3 of 1 hit, 2-run baseball. Those 2 runs unearned. The righty or Pasadena Community College's first pitch. It's called a strike on the outer third. Doesn't throw very hard. The fastball doesn't even really touch 80, but he comes from that more submarine angle. Not full submarine. About as close as you can get as the 0-1 misses up and away.
Yeah, has had one outing this summer. It was a good one back July 27th versus Chatham, an inning in 2/3 scoreless. Oh, pardon, 2 runs, none earned.
The 1-1. Swing and a liner over the head of the second baseman, Waddell, and into right field. The first hit of the game for the Firebirds. And it's the leadoff variety. Gazzo aboard in the bottom of the third. Pat DeMarco, the one man, is up next as the Orleans lineup turns over. Struck out looking against Tommy Henry. His final line, 2 innings pitched. No hits, no runs, 2 Ks and 2 walks. Ingebrigtsen sets at the belt. First pitch, swing, and a hard hit ball at the second baseman on 1 hop to Waddell. Flips to second for 1, on to first. In time, 4-6-3. A ball hit on the screws. Waddell made the smart play and sat back on a hop to get the double play. Noah Campbell looks much more comfortable at short turning that one.
Yeah, an absolute rocket off of his arm, catching the ball at second and firing it over to Zuby at first base to get to Gazzo, or pardon, DeMarco. Good wheels going down the first base line.
Just like that, 2 away in the third inning. J.J. Blade up, the lefty. Ingebrigtsen from the stretch. First pitch misses inside. YD, the 1-run lead. In the bottom of the third inning, lights starting to take effect. The 1-0 misses inside. 2-0 to Blade. Ingebrigtsen at Pasadena Community College this past spring. 2-0. Breaking ball misses away. 3-0 the count. Allowed a leadoff hit, a line drive to right. Then Pat DeMarco absolutely spanked one on the screws, but right at the second baseman, Luke Waddell. 3-0. Called the strike. It's 3-1 on J.J. Blade with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Struck out in his first at-bat. Here's the 3-1. Swing, and on 2 hops to the first baseman, Zubia backs up, gloves, throws on to Ingebrigtsen in time to retire the side. No runs on a hit. No men left on base through 3 innings. 1-0. YD the lead. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Welcome back to Eldridge Park, top of the 4th inning. 1-0. YD leads Orleans. Nick Quintana, the dangerous 6-hitter, steps up to lead off the inning. Levi Stout on the mound for his 4th inning of work, only allowed 3 hits and a run for the Red Sox. That came back in the 2nd inning after Johnny DeLuca tripled with an out. Came around to score on the RBI single from Reese Albert. Quintana into the right side. The first pitch. Breaking ball, misses away. Quintana hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. He's hitting .270 for the Red Sox. Really his best stretch of baseball in the 2 seasons that he's been with YD, hitting .322 in the month of July. The 1-0. Fastball clips the outside corner. Called a strike. Gets 1-1 on Quintana from Arizona. Mentioned in his season with the Wildcats. Got off to a tough start. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a grounder up the third base side, foul. Got off to a tough start with the Wildcats. The team did, that is, and coach had them begin lifting as if they were out of season. Things started to get going, and they got back into a groove. So Nick's held steady with that throughout the summer as well. We've seen the power in July, all 5 of his home runs. Stout from the windup. The righty from Lehigh. First base side, the 1-2. Upstairs, Quintana chases the high fastball. Or out number 1 in the 4th. The 4th strikeout for Stout. Fastball looks so nice up in the zone, and especially for a power hitter wanting to turn on it, but so tough to catch up to. Stout hitting mid-90s. Now it's Reese Albert up. First pitch to the lefty. Called a strike on the outer third, a breaking ball. Albert was red hot in his first couple weeks with the Red Sox. Has cooled off since. The 0-1 inside. Hitting .276 entering the day. Does have 2 home runs. Stout shakes no. Now the pitch. Called a strike. It's 1-2 on Reese Albert, the lefty from Florida State. Spoke to Mike Bell, the former pitching coach for the Seminoles the other day. So 1-2 is slapped into shallow left field. A shortstop going back. That's Gaza who makes the catch on the run. Nice play going back to his right toward the left field line for the 2nd out. But Mike Bell had good things to say about Reese Albert. Has a very, very bright future ahead of him. Just turned 19 a few weeks ago. Playing out on the Cape after his freshman season. With 2 away, it's Luke Waddell. 1 for his last 10. First pitch from Stout. Misses in. 2 outs, top of the 4th. 1-run lead for the Red Sox. That came in the 2nd inning. Firebirds with just 1 hit. The 1-0. Swing and a hard grounder up the middle over the second base bag and into center field. 2-out single for Luke Waddell. He's aboard with the catcher Adam Kerner now in the 9-man stepping up. It'll take him an extra moment to take off the shin guards. YD on Sunday, an 8-1 win over Harwich. 15 hits, 8 of them for extra bases, including a pair of home runs. Zach Ashford with 3 doubles. Matt Dyer adding a double as well. Stout working from the stretch with Waddell at first. Peeks at the bag, now set to the belt. Righty kicks in the first pitch is swung on. Another hard hit grounder right back up the middle into center field. Waddell stops at second. 2 men aboard for YD as the lineup flips over. Zach Ashford to plate. YD trying to add on to the 1-0 lead in the top of the 4th inning. A little 2-out magic in the works. Jack Scroshin's out for a meeting at the base of the mound with Levi Stout. Pitching with Lehigh. Stout really a prime opportunity to show what he can do out here on the Cape. Certainly much better looks and many more scouts than the Patriot League will annually draw. Lefty Ashford settles in. 2 men aboard, 2 out, top of the 4th. First pitch. Called a strike on the outside corner. Ashford, the Fresno State Bulldog. Famous alumnus, Aaron Judge. Ashford hit .352 this past season to lead the way for the team. Also at a team high 24 RBI. Waddell at second. Kerner off of first. Both 2-out singles. 0-1. Waved at and missed on a breaking ball diving down across the middle of the plate. It's 0-2 on Ashford. Jack hitting .259 entering the day. Struggling, or rather 318 entering the day. With a 7-game hit streak, looking to extend that here. He's got a battle. Stout turns towards second. Ashford 0 for 2 today. Strikeout swinging to start the game, also grounded out to second. Flag lays silent in center field. 0-2. In the dirt, Groshans blocks off to his right. Waddell breaks for third. He's in without a throw, and Kerner follows up at second. So now 2 men in scoring position for the Red Sox after the wild pitch. 1-2 the count on Ashford. 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning and a 1-run lead for the Red Sox. Thank you for tuning into this one. There's 2 games left in the regular season for YD after today. Stout back to the windup, first base side, the 1-2. Swung on and fought off out of play left side. Crosses the street on the third base side into a front yard. Stout back to the wind. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. Bill Fisher to make the call was stationed on the shortstop side of second base behind the mound. It's now 2-2 on Zach Ashford. Hard angle for us to see behind the plate third base side, but came close. The 2-2. Swung on and lifted. Shallow down the right field line. The right fielder Blade in, and he makes the catch with ease, drifting in to retire the side. The Red Sox still runs on 2 hits. 2 men are stranded. It's 1-0 through 3.5. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. One nothing. YD leads Orleans. Bottom of the 4th inning. It's been a tight one. Just 5 hits for YD. 1 for the Firebirds. An offense that struggles, hitting .248, 7th across the Cape, but they've got the power. 38 home runs. 2nd in the league, just 1 behind Chatham entering the day. As Steer, the 3-man. Spencer steering to the right side. Ingebrigtsen from the stretch. First pitch from the Submariner. Called a strike on the outside corner. Ingebrigtsen comes set, puts that front leg in front of the back leg, towing the first base side. The 0-1 is swung on and lifted on the infield right side. Zubia is in and makes the catch, even with the first base bag toward the cutout for out number 1. Well, it's been a wild day looking at the Cape League and the playoff race, the final week of the regular season, but also across Major League Baseball with the trade deadline and some surprises today. Jonathan Scope traded to the Milwaukee Brewers from the Orioles. Baltimore Orioles is the first pitch to Wyatt is smoked foul, first base side. Also, Chris Archer going from Tampa Bay to Pittsburgh with the Pirates. Another surprising deal. Here on a fun day of baseball. The 0-1 to Logan Wyatt. Called a strike. It's 0-2 to the big lefty. Grounded out to the second baseman, Waddell, in his first at-bat in the second inning. 1 out, bottom of the fourth, 1-run lead for YD. 0-2. Misses away. It's 1-2. Lights taking full effect at Eldridge Park. Sun is sunk in behind the school to our right. The 1-2. Breaking ball misses away. It's 2-2. Fans lining the hill on the first and third base side. Also plenty out in center field beyond the fence. Ingebrigtsen sets, 1 out. Nobody on. The 2-2. Busts him in tight with a fastball that misses. It's 3-2 on the 4-man Logan Wyatt, who has 4 home runs this season for the Firebirds. Hitting 176 in his last 4 games entering the day. Ingebrigtsen sets in the payoff pitch. Misses outside, just a hair. First walk of the evening for Gordon Ingebrigtsen. And a 1-out base runner aboard for the Firebirds in the bottom of the fourth. Jack Scrotians up next. He walked in the second inning. The Firebirds, top seed in the East last year, they're currently fighting for a spot in the playoffs this season. First pitch to Grotians in the dirt. Kerner gloves it. Bottom of the seventh, that Falmouth, Arnie Allen Diamond. The Commodores in front of the Brewster Whitecaps 8-1. They have a point on the Orleans Firebirds for 4th place. 4 of the 5 teams from each division make it. 1-0. Swung on and driven deep down the left field line, but well foul. Grotians far out in front of that one, but sent it a long way. Now 1-1 the count. Mentioned the final Lowell Park, a tie between Catuit and Wareham at 4. McKeon Park, Hyannis leads Bourne 4-3. 1-1. Foul into the screen above the Firebirds dugout. It's 1-2 on Jack Scrotians. 1-0 the lead for the Red Sox. Orleans just 1-9 in their last 10. They desperately need to put together a couple wins to make that playoff push. 2 points for a win. Sitting a point out. 1-2. Swing and a soft grounder over the mound. Waddell, the second baseman, field steps on second for 1, on to first, and picked by Zubia on the other end. 4-4-3. The double play to retire the side in the 4th. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. It's 1-0. YD leads Orleans through 4. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Still Levi Stout, the starter for the Firebirds, pitching in the top of the 5th inning. His team trails it, though, 1-0. Facing the YD Red Sox. Stout has been a steady starter, good for usually 4 or 5 innings. Tonight he's pitched well, 5 hits, just 1 run. His team trails it, though. Brandon Pelter with TJ Mathewson. Brad Beasley to lead off the inning for the Red Sox. 2 straight wins for YD, and it seems like we're always talking about the Red Sox putting together a win streak.
They've had a lot of win streaks and not a whole lot of losing streaks. They've lost a total of, if my math is right, 7 games since the first week of that season after getting swept in that doubleheader against Katuitt.
First pitch to Beasley, misses away. 25-11-5, the record for the Red Sox. They started the season 2-4-1, believe it or not. Stout winds, and the 1-0 is roped into the glove of the third baseman, Levy. He throws on in time. A nice play for Levy, moving to his left on a short hop to glove it. Noah Campbell up next. 0 for 1, walked in the 3rd inning as well. Campbell entering the day, hitting .406 for the Red Sox, leading the league. That down a notch to .402, but still absolutely impressive. First pitch, misses low and in. Gamecock from South Carolina with a ton of upside. Hit .270 this past year. The 1-0 is low. It's 2-0 on Campbell. Noah, the switch hitter, standing in the left side. Here's the 2-0. Swung on and a fly ball to center field. DeMarco is there, makes the catch for out number 2. Zach Zubia is up next. Made a nice pick on the end of a 4-4-3 double play to end the bottom of the 4th inning. Now an opportunity, 1 for 2, singled up the middle in the 3rd. YD the 1-0 lead, scoring the lone run in the 2nd inning for Johnny DeLuca 1-out triple. First pitch, up and in to Zubia. At Texas, Zubia a .275 hitter. The 1-0 is fouled off himself. It's 1-1. In addition to Drew Linder getting a new job, Nate Fish as well. Congratulations in order to him. He'll be going to instructional ball with the Dodgers after the season wraps up. Pitch checked his swing. No, he went around, says the home plate umpire. It's 1-2 on Zubia. But Nate Fish interviewed with the team before the season started here on the Cape, but it would have been just phone. That one misses in the dirt. They would have just given him the job based on a phone interview, which usually isn't the case. So they invited him out, and he hopes to work with a short season A team, hoping he can find that job in professional baseball. Here's the 1-2. This is upstairs and away to Zubia, fastball. And now the count actually 3-2. But Fish trying to make his way in. He really wants an opportunity to develop some players, work with the infielders and the hitters. Payoff pitch to Zubia. Fouled it off himself again. The count remains 3-2. Nobody on, 2 outs, top of the 5th. 1-0. YD leads Orleans Rathers. Stout working from the windup, first base side, the payoff pitch. Fouled straight back. That caught a good piece of a car passing by.
That didn't sound very good.
I'm sure that happens plenty of times throughout the season. You feel bad for anybody driving by that doesn't quite know.
Or at least didn't hear any glass shatter.
Certainly a nice thud. It's 3-2 on Zach Zubia, the righty from Texas. Steps back in. Stout, the righty from Lehigh, pitching well. Into the wind, the payoff pitch. Swung on and in the air, out of play behind the plate. This one will stay in the parking lot.
We got Eldridge Road running right behind us. And for the cars passing by, I guess you just got to time it up right. 20-ish seconds between pitches.
3-2. Again, fouled off by Zubia. Battle remains, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Nobody on for the Red Sox, but a 1-0 lead. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat to Zach Zubia. Stout winds in the payoff pitch. Swung on and driven to deep center field. DeMarco on the run, lays out, he makes the catch. Pat DeMarco in the left center field alley made a terrific diving grab, full extension to retire the Red Sox in order in the 5th. 1-0. YD leads Orleans through 4.5. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning here from Eldridge Park. 1-0 lead for the Red Sox over the hometown Orleans Firebirds. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up in the Orleans lineup, starting with the Sun Devil, the left fielder Carter Aldretti, facing Gordon Ingebrigtsen out for his 3rd full inning of work out of the bullpen in relief of Tommy Henry. Henry only 2 scoreless innings tonight before getting pulled. Now here's the righty Ingebrigtsen. The sidewinder fires the first pitch, and it hits home for a strike at the knees to Aldretti. Flew up to center field his first. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul right at home plate. It's quickly 0-2.
Ingebrigtsen really slows everything down coming at you. As a hitter, after seeing Tommy Henry throw in the low 90s, now you got to slow it all down.
Ingebrigtsen set the 0-2, swing a little liner right at Luke Waddell, position behind the second base bag. He's there. He'll make the catch for out number 1 here in the 5th. Kind of a check swing swing from Carter Aldretti, and he comes up empty, lining that one right to Luke Waddell. So 1 down for the Firebirds here in the 5th inning, and that will bring up Kenyon Yovan, the designated hitter, two-way player for these Orleans Firebirds, member of Team USA, which he pitched there, but now here hitting on the Cape, actually doing both, as the wind, the first pitch, misses outside for a ball, did both at Oregon this past spring as well. Back just last week, hit a home run at Red Wilson Field out to dead center field. One of his 3 hits on the season. 2 of his 3 are home runs. Here's the 1-0. That misses outside, 2-0 the count.
Certainly a different feel at Red Wilson. 352 to deep center as opposed to 434.
At 80 feet. It's one of the bigger differences you'll see between ballparks in any league across the country. Here's the 2-0. Off speed, catches the strike zone at the knees. It's now 2-1.
Think you'd be hard to find yourself a high school or higher level field that's only 352 to center.
It's something interesting at Red Wilson. Definitely don't see it in a lot of places. Here's the wind and the 2-1. Swing and a liner out to left field. Coming in is Albert. He can't get there. It'll drop in front of the Florida State Seminole for a base hit. Yovan picks up his first hit of the ball game. He has reached both times tonight. He's 1 for 1, and that'll bring up Justin Levy.
Reese Albert, you could kind of see it. He wanted to make that play, but I think smart there all the way in left. There's nobody to get that ball. If that gets past him, makes the smart play. You give up just the single as opposed to more.
So here's Levy grounded into a 5-4 fielder's choice to end the second inning. Right-hander will step to the plate. Ingebrigtsen now works with a runner on. First pitch misses low for ball 1. At this point in the season, with Whitey having clinched that #1 overall spot, it's all about just kind of coasting to the finish. Keeping everyone healthy for the playoff run that starts on Saturday. Here's the wind in the 1-0. That misses high. It's 2-0 on Levy. Salgazzo stands on deck. He's also scheduled to, as of now, come to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. Ingebrigtsen peeks over his shoulder at first, now comes set. Here's the righty, winds the 2-0. That misses outside. 3-0, the count on Justin Levy. Levy, the sophomore out of Louisville. Teammates with Logan Wyatt as well on this Orleans Firebirds roster. Ingebrigtsen gets the sign he wants from Kerner. Here's the 3-0. Zips a fastball in there for a strike right at the knees. Brought the arm angle up a little bit and put a little more oomph on it. And it caught the strike zone. It's now 3-1.
We've seen that a couple of times now, and he'll even, when he wants to deliver a breaking ball, changes the arm slot.
Ingebrigtsen sets again, the 3-1. Check swing, and Levy goes around. It's a strike. Ingebrigtsen has worked the count full. It's 3-2. He did it again. Lifted the arm angle up a little bit. Put some little more velocity on it. We see it. Pitchers do that in the big leagues. Getting a little more bend on their curveball. A different angle for a fastball. And a guy that doesn't throw all that hard, Ingebrigtsen, just got to manufacture. He winds. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a foul. Drifts out of play behind home plate. Out landing on the hill. That lines the first base side here at Eldridge Park. 104 years old. Not a day older. Doesn't look older than 90, though.
I'll give it even younger with the new dugouts at the ballpark. Relatively new.
And the lights, too.
Looks pretty fresh.
Ingebrigtsen set. Righty turns, fires on over to first base. Back in plenty of time as Jovan. And just one of the gems of the Cape here at Eldridge. So much history at this ballpark.
You get so many different unique looks across the Cape League fields.
So here's the payoff pitch from Ingebrigtsen. Swing and a fly ball out to right center field over is Ashford. He's there in the gap. He'll make the catch. Retreating back to first base is Jovan. Levy is retired on the fly out to center field for out number 2 here in the 5th. That'll bring up Salgazzo, the shortstop. Mentioned history. It just, different ballparks. Red Wilson, more of just the typical high school feel. But if you want true Cape League feel, it just seems like Orleans, Eldridge Park, and Chatham Veterans Field are the two places really make it stand out the most.
And they're really all beautiful ballparks. I mean, Lowell Park comes to mind for the Kettleers as well.
It's aligned in the first pitch to Gazzo. Off-speed pitch catches the outside edge for strike 1.
They all, like I said, have those unique characteristics that make them special in their own right. I know at Red Wilson Field, we love our press box up there with our broadcast booth, certainly top-notch among the Cape.
And the air conditioner. Here's the wind in the 0-1. Fastball misses high, evens up the count at a ball and a strike. And, of course, never get over that 352 feet to center field. I remember asking for the first time how deep that center field is. I almost did a double take.
When you look at the YD pitching staff, 31 home runs, 22 of them given up at home.
Here's the 1-1 swing and a foul ball drifting out of play. Just missing a car driving past the field on that road behind us, Orleans Road. And the count now 1-2. It's dangerous rolling the dice when you're driving back there during a ball game. Ingebrigtsen ahead, 1-2 to Gazzo. 2 outs here in the 5th. Red Sox leading by 1. The righty sets. He winds. The submarine offering 1-2 misses inside. That evens up the count at 2-2. Jovan stands over at first base. He reached with a single with an out here in this 5th inning. Ritson gets the sign from Kerner again. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a ground ball to the second baseman, Luke Waddell. He'll field throw on over to Zach Zubia. That will be in time to retire the side here in the 5th inning. A 1-out single from Jovan is stranded over at first base as we head to the 6th inning here at Eldridge Park. 1-0 lead for the Red Sox over the Firebirds. You're listening to Whitey Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Five, six, seven due up for the Red Sox here in the top of the 6th inning at Eldridge Park. It'll be Johnny DeLuca, Nick Quintana, and Reese Albert that will come to the plate. Red Sox leading by a score of 1-0. Glad to have you all with us. TJ Mathewson here with you on a beautiful July 31st evening from Orleans, Massachusetts. Cape League season winding down, this being game number 42 of the summer. Red Sox have a home-and-home with Hyannis to close out the season as Levi Stout still out on the mound for his 6th inning of work as DeLuca fan over the top of a first offering for strike 1. By far his best outing against the Red Sox. As the righty kicks, and the 0-1 swung on a miss from DeLuca. It is quickly 0-2. Entered the game just 6 innings against the Red Sox. Gave up 11 runs. Righty winds the 0-2. Swing and a foul out of play, third base side. Count stays 0-2. At home tomorrow for the Red Sox against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. 4:30 start time for that. So the 0-2 bounces in there, misses low. Count 1-2 on DeLuca. And then to McKeon Park in Hyannis for game 44 of the regular season. And then a day off Friday, and then playoff start on Saturday. Stout kicks, 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. DeLuca chases after a high fastball and comes up empty. Strikeout number 4 for Levi Stout, out number 1 here in the 6th inning, and that will bring up Nick Quintana. Harwich and Chatham locked in to face each other. The 2 and 3 seeds in the Eastern Division. But Whitey still looking to see if they will face either the Brewster Whitecaps or these Orleans Firebirds. Here's the line. The first pitch to Quintana. Curveball stays high and misses for ball 1. Brewster entering today up a point in the standings to the Firebirds. But right now at Falmouth down 10-1. Stout kicks the 1-0, misses low. Count 2-0 on Nick Quintana, one of the hotter hitters in this Whitey lineup in this month of July. Second on the team, tied with Andrew Dashbach, 5 home runs on the summer. That's been coming around real nice. Average up to 270 entering play today. It's the 1, the 2-0. Fastball misses high, 3-0. The count on Nick Quintana. Firebirds, they want to make up ground on the Whitecaps. They have to find a way to break into this Whitey pitching staff have been shut out through 5. Here's the kick in the 3-0. That misses high. Stout wanted no part of Quintana right there as Nick will toss his bat aside and jog down to first base. A 1-out walk for the Arizona Wildcat, and that will now bring up Reese Albert. 1 for 2 today, an RBI single, drove in the only run of the ball game back in the 2nd inning. We're gonna have a meeting on the mound for the Firebirds. Might be it for Levi Stout. Here with an out in the 5th inning, all the infielders coming in. After the walk to Nick Quintana. For Stout, this by far the best appearance against the Red Sox this summer. That first outing back on June 26th, went just 1 inning, gave up 6 runs. A better outing his last time out against the Red Sox, slightly better. July 5th, he actually went 5, but still gave up 5 runs. As the infielders retreating back to their positions, home plate umpire Rick Antonio now out to the mound to break up the meeting. Looks like Stout's going to stay in there. One nothing Red Sox lead here in the top of the 5th inning at Eldridge Park. Red Sox first place in the Eastern Division, 25-11-5 on the summer. Orleans trailing the division 5th place, 13-27-1. As now finally Jack Scrotians will go back behind the plate, and Stout will continue on here in the 6th inning. That will allow Reese Albert to finally dig into that lefty batter's box. 1 for 2 today. Quintana, a leadoff of first, just 1 stolen base for him. It's the wind first pitch, a swing and a liner, blooping into left or right field part, and that drops in for a base hit. Quintana will advance to second. Albert checks in with his second base hit of the ball game. And now 2 on and an out for Luke Waddell. That one just off of the end of the bat, just got over a leaping Spencer Steer out of his position in third base. Now 2 on for Luke Waddell, and Kelly Nicholson out of the dugout for the Firebirds. That will do it for Levi Stout. 1 run allowed through 5 1/3 as he exits to a standing ovation from the Firebirds fans flocking the hill here at Eldridge Park. We're going to take a quick break. Red Sox and Firebirds in a pitching change. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Levi Stout exits after an out. 2 runners on here in the top of the 6th inning. And now it will be Adam Erickson out of Stony Brook to face Luke Waddell. The righty so far this summer, a 2.34 ERA in 6 appearances, 7 2/3. He's struck out 7 and walked 5, and will be the 8-man in the Whitey order out of Georgia Tech, Luke Waddell. Or today, 1 for 2, a single, came back in the 4th inning. Also grounded out to Logan White, unassisted over at first base. Nick Quintana reached on a 4-pitch walk. He stands out at second. Reese Albert reached on a single, a bloops angle that knocked Levi Stout out of this ball game. He stands over at first base. Whitey looking to extend the lead here in the 6th inning, as Waddell will step in against the righty, Adam Erickson. Righty wearing number 40 today. Stares in at Gazzo, nods the head, yes, gets his first shot. Righty winds, first pitch. That misses off the plate and off-speed offering. It's 1-0. 1-0 Red Sox lead here in the top of the 6th. That run coming thanks to Reese Albert in the top of the 2nd against Stout. Erickson peeks back at second, the 1-0. Swing and a fly ball foul. Drifts out of play behind home plate. Count evens at 1-1. With just one out, Adam Kerner stands on deck, barring a double play, scheduled to come to the plate. Erickson even on the count, 1-1 with Luke Waddell. All right, he comes set, a couple of toe taps, a peek at second. Here's the 1-1. Shows bunt, drops it down the third base side, and it drifts just foul towards the YD dugout. And the count is 1-2. Playing back down the third base line was Justin Levy. Waddell trying to take advantage of that. We've seen a couple Whitey bats do that over the past couple of games against the Harwich Mariners. Erickson comes set. He's ahead 1-2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and another fly ball drifting foul and out of play behind home plate. And the count stays at 1-2. As we inch closer to 8:45 here in Orleans, Hill's still packed full of fans. This is the second to last game here at Eldridge. One more against the Chatham Anglers. Erickson sets the 1-2, swing and a miss, strike three. Waddell swings right over the top of an off-speed offering from Adam Erickson for strike three. Strikeout number one for the righty out of Stony Brook. There's two down here in the 6th, and that will bring up Adam Kerner. Kerner today also 1 for 2, a ground out and a single, as he steps to the plate with 2 on, 2 out in the 6th inning. Erickson trying to bail Levi Stout out of trouble. Righty comes set right at the belt. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a pop-up on the infield in foul territory, first base side, out from behind his plate, as position behind home plate as Gazzo. He can't make the catch. Some confusion, lost it up in the night sky, as it will just be strike one. Adam Kerner catches a break right there. Gazzo went down the first baseline in foul territory, looking up towards the baseball. Looked like he had it for a second, and then kind of stumbled and watched it fall right in front of him. So that's just strike one. Erickson now going to have to get back on the bump. He's ahead 0-1. Quintana off of second. Albert off of first base. Erickson looks at second again. The 0-1 swing and a liner. That's going to get down in the left field for a base hit. Coming home to score is Quintana. Advancing all the way to third is Albert. The throw into third, not in time. Advancing on the throw to second base is Adam Kerner, as he capitalizes on a second opportunity and lines one into left center for a base hit. That's run number 2 of the ballgame for the Red Sox. They lead 2-0. So Albert now at third base. And Waddell advances all the way to second for the top of the order now due up. Nick Quintana came around to score that run, as it's now 2-0 Red Sox here in the 6th. Top of the order, Zach Ashford will come to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Erickson now going to have to continue, try and work out of trouble again. First pitch, catches the outside corner for strike one. Gets away from Gonzo, no advancement from the base runners. Ashford entered today, .318 batting average. Was 4 for 5 yesterday on Sunday, 3 doubles. And they all came in a row. Erickson sets. Couple of toe taps on the mound, and the 0-1. Dips low and outside. It's 1-1 on Ashford. You just got to wonder how big that pop-up in foul territory that Groshans miss. Gave this Whitey offense a second opportunity, and as they've done so many times this season, they just continue to make opponents' defense pay for giving them extra opportunities. Best offense in the league has put up 2 so far. There's 5 2/3. Wind and the 1-1 grounded over to first base off the bag. Fielding it is Wyatt. The toss over to the pitcher Erickson covering the bag. That will be in time to record out number 3 as Ashford grounds out for the second time today. He is 0 for 4. Not before Whitey scratches across another run. It's 2-0 Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Eldridge Park. You're listening to Whitey Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Bottom of the 6th inning here from Eldridge Park. 2-0 lead for the Red Sox. It'll be top of the lineup due up for the Firebirds. Pat DeMarco, J.J. Blade, and Spencer Steer penciled to come to the plate against Brant Herter, new arm out of the bullpen for the Red Sox in 7 games this summer. He's started all of them so far. That is the wind. First pitch from the 6-6 lefty. This is inside for ball 1. DeMarco 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and grounded into a double play. 30 innings. His last time out against these Firebirds, just 3 innings, 3 runs, all of them earned on 4 hits. It's the 1-0 swung on and missed for strike 1. Evens up the count at a ball and a strike, but now we're seeing him here out of the bullpen against the Firebirds. Lefty kicks. And the 1-1, a grounder towards third base. Quintana bobbles. He's not going to have a play on DeMarco heading down the line. He'll just pick the baseball up and give it back to Brant Herter. DeMarco reaches on an E5 to start this 6th inning. First error of the ball game for the Red Sox. I'll bring up the All-Star J.J. Blade. One of 2 All-Stars. That All-Star game back a week ago Sunday. This Cape League for the Eastern Division. It was Blade and Kevin Kelly, 2 representatives for the Eastern Division from Orleans. Wind, first pitch, lays down a bunt. First base side off the mound, fielding it as Herter shovels over to first base. That'll be in time to get Blade. Good job coming off the mound and fielding his position. Brant Herter able to record out number 1 at first base. Advancing over to second base as DeMarco gets the job done. Advances the center fielder from Vanderbilt into scoring position for Spencer Steer. 0 for 2 today as well. Hitting .315 entering play today. Herder this summer's just been so good out of the starting rotation for the Red Sox. Really something to build upon. There is rough spring at Georgia Tech. Lined in first pitch to Steer, catches the strike zone for strike one. A 3.3 ERA in 30 innings. That's really just got to feel incredible for a guy that had an ERA over 6 this past spring. It's really a struggle for Brandt. He's finding himself a role here on the Red Sox. Wind in the 0-1, swing and a ground ball to the right side, right to Waddell. He'll throw on over to first base. That will be in time to retire Steer. Advancing over to third base is Pat DeMarco on the throw. He's now 90 feet from scoring the first run of the ball game for these Firebirds. And now that'll bring up Logan Wyatt, the first baseman out of Louisville. 0 for 1, a walk to his name. Walk number 28 on the summer. That leads the Cape. Herder sets. Runner off of third. The first pitch. Breaking ball catches the outside corner for strike one. Sun fully set here in Orleans. Lights in full effect. Illuminating 104-year-old Eldridge Park. Game 42 of the Cape League Summer. Herder sets. DeMarco off of third. Here's the 0-1 from the right. The lefty. That fastball catches the outside corner for strike two. 0-2 quickly. The count on Logan Wyatt. Herder quickly sets. Gets the sign he wants from Kerner. The lefty kicks the leg. The 0-2. Check swing. Wyatt able to hold up. Pitch misses outside. It's now 1-2. Wyatt, one of the best guys in the country at drawing a free pass on the Cape and this past spring at Louisville. Herder steps off and kicks the dirt a few times, resets himself. DeMarco retreats back to third, now retakes his lead. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 2-0 Red Sox lead. The lefty kicks the 1-2 inside, gets away from Kerner, somehow missed Wyatt. DeMarco stays put at third base. A slide by Adam Kerner behind home plate kept that ball from going any farther. Trickled maybe 15 feet away from home plate onto the grass right in front of the backstop. The brick backstop here at Eldridge. That'll just be ball 2. Count evens at 2-2. Waddell playing shaded over in the hole at second base, playing Wyatt to pull. Here's the kick and the 2-2 from Herder. Misses low for ball 3. 3-2 the count on Wyatt. He has worked the count full. ACC versus ACC matchup here. Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket on the mound. Brant Herder and Louisville Cardinal at the plate in Logan Wyatt. Herder gets the sign he wants. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. A beauty off the left hand of Brant Herder as he breaks off a perfect breaking ball on the outside corner and catches Logan Wyatt frozen in the left-handed batter's box for out number 3 here in the 6th. We head to the 7th. Here from Orleans, it's 2-0 Red Sox lead over the Firebirds. We've entered the 7th inning here at Eldridge Park. 2-0 lead for the Red Sox over the Firebirds. It'll be heart of the order due up for the Red Sox. 2-hole Brad Beasley will lead it off. Designated hitter today is 0 for 3. A strikeout, a ground out, and a pop out to first for Brad today. Came into today hitting .400. That average dipping a little bit with the 0 for 3 mark so far. So the righty out of Cal Poly will stand in. Taps the plate a couple times. It's still Adam Erickson out on the bump for the Firebirds. As the righty winds, comes set. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Firebirds in desperate need of a win here tonight. Trailing the Brewster Whitecaps by a point in the standings. That for the 4th playoff spot in the Eastern Division. It's the wind in the 0-1, swinging a foul straight back. And the count quickly 0-2. Erickson gets the ball back. Now just waiting on the mound for something. Something was thrown onto the field. Now someone jogging back into the Firebirds dugout. We're all set to play. It's a crucial moment for the Firebirds to pick up a win. I mentioned with the Whitecaps falling 10-2 in Falmouth as the wind in the 0-2, a foul straight back. Count stays 0-2. A big chance to pick up a point and grab that playoff spot back, and trailing by just 2 runs to a team in the Red Sox who these Firebirds, ever since the 3rd game of the season, have really struggled with. Erickson sets 0-2, swing and a fly ball drifting in foul territory left field side, and that will make its way out of play onto the hill down the left field side, and the count will stay 0-2 on Brad Beasley. That game, a 5-4 loss here at Eldridge Park. Since then, Whitey has taken 4 straight and looking to take the season series 5-1. The score holds today. Have been quite a season for these Red Sox. Top spot amongst all the Cape League teams. Erickson sets again, and the 0-2 misses outside. 1-2 the count on Beasley. Other scores, all final from around the Cape. Wareham and Katuitt tying after 9 innings, 4 apiece. At McKeon Park, Hyannis, a 4-3 win over the Bourne Braves. It's the wind, the 0-2 swing, and a miss, strike 3. Beasley goes down swinging. Second strikeout of the ball game for Adam Erickson, as there's now an out here in the 7th inning, and that will bring up a red-hot Noah Campbell. Kind of an off day for Campbell. 0 for 2, just a walk. Came into today hitting an absurd .406 after just qualifying for the league batting title. Had 29 points on Hyannis' Matthew Barefoot for the top spot in the batting average standings. The first pitch from Erickson misses outside. Has homered in back-to-back games. Had the go-ahead grand slam Saturday against Harwich in the 6th inning, trailing 5-2 at that point. Sent one out over the right field wall. The 1-0 misses outside. 2-0 the count on Campbell. And then just Sunday against the Mariners again. The first inning, Johnny DeLuca in front of him drew a walk, and then he lofted one out over the right field fence at Red Wilson. Here's the wind and the 2-0. Fastball catches the outside corner. It's 2-1 on Campbell. And with this past 2 games, Campbell has propelled himself, I know this isn't an award here in the Cape League, into the Triple Crown race. Erickson set again on the bump, the 2-1. Catches the outside corner, 2-2 on Campbell. He's first in average. He's 3rd in home runs, but only 2 behind departed Nick Osborne, who leads the Cape with 8. And he's 3 behind Jeremy Idens of Wareham, entering today, of course, in the RBI tally. Here's the 2-2. It misses off the plate, 3-2 the count. But if Noah were to have an absurd last few games here, which the way he's swinging the bat, not out of the question, he could end up leading the Cape in all 3 categories. Erickson set the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Campbell up chasing out of the strike zone as he chases after a pitch well out and out of the strike zone right there. Strikeout number 3 for Adam Erickson out of the bullpen. As there's 2 down here in the 7th, that will now bring up Zach Zubia. Zubia 1 for 3 today, a strikeout, a flyout, and a single. Big right-hand hitter out of Texas steps in, standing at 6'4", 240. First pitch from Erickson, off-speed pitch. Catches the inside corner for strike 1. If Zubia can reach, Johnny DeLuca stands on deck. The switch hitter from Oregon. Erickson gets the sign he wants, brings the glove up near the face. Now back down to the belt. The 0-1 misses low. Evens up the count at 1-1. Fans still packing the hill out here as we near 9 o'clock in Orleans. 8:59 the local time here on the East Coast. Erickson sets the 1-1 inside, catches Zubia right on the jersey as he will take his base down at first. A 2-out base runner for the Red Sox here in the 7th. And that will bring up Johnny DeLuca, a chance to keep the inning rolling. DeLuca, a booming triple. That came back in the 2nd inning. As now Andrew Dashbach out of the dugout. He will go run for Zach Zubia. Ends his day 1 for 3. Has reached base twice as the first baseman out of Stanford. He's actually been out of the lineup 2 games in a row. Now finally sees some action. He comes in a pinch run for Zach. Gets a high five from Quinn Cotton on the top step of the Whitey dugout as he exits tonight's game. So now DeLuca will step in. That triple back in the 2nd inning came around to score 1 of 2 Whitey runs. He's 1 for 3. Erickson sets Dashbach off of first. Righty kicks first pitch. Misses off the plate. Ball 1-0 the count on DeLuca. At the time of that triple, we had Drew Linder on, assistant coach for the Red Sox, with my broadcast partner, Brandon Pelter. So I had the headphones off, and the sound off the bat of DeLuca as the 1-0 fouled off the third base side, drifts out of play. Sounded like a gunshot as it headed out towards the right center field gap, just kept going and going, drops in, and DeLuca with the good wheels. As it was a very loud sound off the bat at DeLuca, who's had a hell of a summer on the Cape. Erickson sets. Here's the 1-1. Catches the outside corner off-speed pitch. Worked himself ahead of DeLuca. It's 1-2. Quintana stands on deck, hoping to get a chance to bat with 2 outs. Whitey up 2-0 over the Firebirds here in the top of the 7th inning. Erickson sets the 1-2, swing, a grounder to the right side. Over is the second baseman. Steer, he dribbles it, and it's not in time to get DeLuca down the first base line. Advancing all the way over to third base is Andrew Dashbach. And now 2 outs for Nick Quintana and runners on the corners. That one just a little dribbler out to Spencer Steer at second base. Kind of a lackadaisical approach. It kicked up off his chest, and by the time he picked it up, his teammate at Oregon, DeLuca, was already past the first base bag. So now the red-hot Nick Quintana is going to get the chance to bat with 2 outs, runners on the corners. Here in the 7th, Whitey looking to add on. Already up 2-0. Whitey steps in, pinwheels the bat 2-3 times, now brings the bat back over the head. Line, first pitch from Adam Erickson. Catches the inside corner for strike 1. Today, Quintana hit by pitch, a strikeout, and a walk. He's reached twice. Also came around to score a run. Wearing the red stirrup socks over white regular socks today for Quintana. Whitey Road Reds and white pants. Wind and the 0-1 swing and a foul straight back. Quintana got a pitch to hit right there and just missed it. That one about a knee-high fastball. Just got under it a touch. And the count is 0-2. Runners on the corners against Adam Erickson here in the 7th. Quintana taps the bat on home plate. Erickson stares in. At his catcher, Jack Scroshen's behind the plate, comes set. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fooled Quintana on an off-speed pitch right there and sets the Red Sox down as he strikes out all 3 of the outs he's recorded here in the 7th inning and keeps the Red Sox off the scoreboard. We're stretching here at Eldridge Park. 2-0 Red Sox lead over the hometown Orleans Firebirds as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Five, 6, and 7 to open the Firebirds lineup, bottom of the 7th inning here from Orleans. 2-0 lead for the Red Sox over the Firebirds. Still Brant Herter out on the bump, out of the bullpen for Scott Pickler. First time this summer we've seen the lefty out of Georgia Tech come in after the game has started. So he'll face Jack Scroshen's, the Kansas Jayhawk, doing the catching duties for the Firebirds pitching staff tonight. Wine, first pitch from Herter, a ground ball up the middle, right to Luke Winnell on the run, throws it over to first. Andrew Dashbach in as a defensive replacement, or came in to pinch run, now over at first base, there to make the catch for a quick out number 1 against Jack Scroshen's. Now it'll bring up Carter Aldretti. Aldretti today, a pair of flyouts, 0 for 2. A game that Whitey has really kept the clamps down on this Orleans offense. Just 2 hits here, working here with an out in the 7th. Wine, first pitch, catches the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1 Aldretti. Tommy Henry pitched the first 2 innings of this ball game. No hits, walked 2, struck out 2. Herter, the lefty, winds the 0-1. This is down and inside. Evens up the count and a ball and a strike. We had Gordon Ingebrigtsen come in out of the bullpen. 3 innings, 2 hits. Didn't allow any runs. Walked 1, didn't strike out any. And now we have Herter working in his 2nd inning. The 1-1. Swing and a grounder foul down the third base side. And now Herter has worked ahead. It's 1-2.
This game just has so much importance, especially after the Brewster Whitecaps losing to Falmouth today. A chance for Orleans to hop back in the playoff race, trailing the Whitecaps by just a point. So uber important as we head down the final third of this game.
Just 8 outs remaining for the Firebirds to scratch across a couple runs. Red Sox leading this one 2-0. Here's the kick, the 1-2, swing and a grounder towards third base. Right there is Quintana. He'll field, throw on over across the diamond, picked by Dash over at first. That will be in time for out number 2 here in the 7th inning. That will bring up Kenyon Yovan. Quintana looked like he fielded that one in plenty of time, just a bit of a low throw. A Dash so sure-handed over at first, able to pick it. That'll bring up the Oregon Duck, Yovan.
You know, Dash coming in late in this ball game. I think you also have to tip your cap to Zach Zubia, who his first time at first base this season, really struggled, and he's certainly picked things up defensively.
Over the last couple of games. Here's the wind. The first pitch to Jovan catches the inside corner for a strike. We saw him Sunday at first base. He got the start today. And batting cleanup. Third straight game for Zach after not batting cleanup any of the first games of the season he was here. 0-1, swing and a miss from Jovan. And quickly hurt her ahead 0-2.
Andrew Dashbach far off the line, guarding the hole on the right side. First baseman for YD.
Jovan taps the plate a couple times. He's behind 0-2. Herter kicks. Here's the offering. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 2 for Brant Herter as he sets down the Firebirds 1-2-3 in the 7th, as we will head to the 8th inning here from Eldridge Park. 2-0 lead for the Red Sox over the Firebirds. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Bottom third of the Red Sox order due up here in the 8th inning. Reese Albert, Luke Waddell, Adam Kerner scheduled to come in the plate. Just 2 innings left in this ball game for Orleans to scratch across a couple runs, tie these Red Sox up. And Whitey looking to add on here in the top of the 8th. Up 2-0. Albert, the Florida State Seminole, digs in for the 4th time today. A pair of singles for him. He's 2 for 3. First pitch catches the strike zone for strike 1. An RBI single back in the 2nd inning. One of the 2 Red Sox runs on the day. Other coming in back in the 6th inning. Adam Kerner, an RBI single. Line the 0-1. This is high and outside. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Game 42 on the Cape League season here between the Red Sox and the Firebirds. Only 2 games after this one left before we hit the playoffs on Saturday. Here's the wind, the 1-1. Albert swing and a defensive swing foul out of play, first base side. And the count is 1-1. 1-2 on Albert. Albert digs back in, rests the bat on his shoulder. Flag barely stirring out in right center. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's fouled off of Albert's foot. And the count 1-2. This is really a perfect night for baseball here at Eldridge. You think of Cape Cod Baseball League games. Tonight was it. Mid-70s, not a cloud, if that, in the sky. Fans packing the hill here at Eldridge. And the Red Sox have come in and put up a 2-0 lead here through 7 full. As Albert digs back in. He's behind 1-2. Erickson set on the bump. Here's the righty's 1-2. It misses high. He was up the count of 2-2. Red Sox all locked and loaded at the top spot in the Eastern Division. 25-11-5 record entering play today. facing off against the last place Orleans Firebirds. 2-2 swing and a foul straight back from Reese. And the count stays even. Orleans desperate need of a win tonight. Trailing the Brewster Whitecaps by a point in the standings. Whitecaps fell earlier today. Wind in the 2-2 swing. A little blooper out towards shallow center. Out is Gazzo into the shallow center field grass. He's there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1 here in the 8th inning. And that will bring up Luke Waddell.
We've seen Sal Gazzo really active tonight. The shortstop getting good jumps on balls there. Another chance that one just flared out into shallow center, but got the hot start toward it.
So now the second baseman, Waddell, will step in. Today, 1 for 3. Wind in the first pitch. Misses high above the zone for a ball. Want to know the count on Waddell. Quickly steps back in the box. Starkness now fully out here at Eldridge. Wind in the 1-0. Misses off the plate. 2-0 on Luke. Sunset around the 8 o'clock hour. It's now 9:14. Lights lighten up the field here at Eldridge. Reason we can get some night games in here. Unlike the 5 o'clock starts at Red Wilson with no lights. Wind in the 2-0 swing and a fly ball out to deep left center. Back on his horse is DeMarco nearing the wall. He's there. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Waddell gave that one a ride out into deep left center field, but came up just short of the wall. There's now 2 down.
Yeah, Chip, DeMarco has just gotten solid jumps. I mean, we talked about Gazzo and his ability to track down balls, but DeMarco earlier absolutely robbing Zach Zubia of a hit.
So Kerner's going to try and keep this 8th inning alive. The backstop for the Red Sox out of University of San Diego, 2 for 3 today. Strove in one of the 2 runs for the Red Sox. The first pitch from Erickson. Curveball catches the zone for a strike. Hill has thinned out a little bit here at Eldridge. Tuesday night here on the Cape. People got to go to work tomorrow. Quite a few folks, though, still sticking around. The 0-1 swing and a fly ball sky high on the infield. Logan Wyatt calling for it. Right in the base path. He's there. He'll make the catch for out number 3 in the 8th. Adam Erickson, a 1-2-3 8th inning. 3 flyouts for the Red Sox. They are set down in order. We head to the bottom half of the frame. Here from Orleans, it's 2-0 Red Sox lead over the Firebirds. You're listening to Whitey Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Bottom of the 8th inning here in Orleans. 2-0 Red Sox lead. Or be a new arm on the bump for the Red Sox following suit to the 3 previous pitchers. It'll be Braden Fink, the lefty out of Oklahoma, at 2.28 ERA and 19 2/3 innings this season. 24 strikeouts to just 11 walks, and he'll face the third baseman Justin Levy. Start this 8th inning. Orleans, 6 outs remaining as they need some points in the standings. Brewster following to the Falmouth Commodores earlier this evening. They try and scrape a rally together against the Winey bullpen. They have a tough task. First pitch from Fink. That catches the outside corner for a strike. Fink standing at just 6 feet, 225 pounds. Low 90s fastball from the left side. Comes set again on the bunt. The 0-1. Curveball drops low, evens up the count of the ball and a strike. Good attendance here from Eldridge Park tonight, 2,093. Fans lining the hill up and down the lines, down the first and third base side, as well sprinkled in the outfield. Fink sets the 1-1. Fastball catches the outside corner, 1-2 the count. I'd say that's a pretty good number for a Tuesday night.
As we get closer and closer to the playoffs, those crowd numbers continue to jump. And also at the start of August, so many people out here on the Cape coming to take in some games.
Vacation time, prime vacation time. Here's the 1-2 from Fink. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Straight filth in the dirt, gets away from Kerner. A throw down to first to Dashbach, retires Justin Levy. That breaking ball had some serious bite on it as it just dove right into the dirt in front of the plate to retire Justin Levy. Strikeout number 1 for Braden Fink out of the bullpen, and that'll bring up Sal Gazzo.
Fink has just been so dominant for Whitey. The ERA just south of 2.3 in 19 2/3, 12th appearance.
Lefty sets first pitch to Gazzo. Fastball misses just below the zone for a ball.
Now 25 strikeouts for Fink from Oklahoma.
That back end of the bullpen has really been a strength of these Red Sox. Been Fink, Ryan Nelson, Sam Kassler, Chandler Fennell as lefty kicks the 1-0, dribbled out toward shortstop. Christian Koss now into the game at short. Barehanded throw on over to first base in time to get his counterpart, Gazzo. Coming in cold off the bench, Christian Koss gets a ground ball right at him. A slow chopper that he has to come up, snag off the grass with a bare hand, and whips a throw on over across the diamond to Andrew Dashbach for out number 2.
Christian Koss, past week or so, has struggled a little bit with defense. There, no signs of it. That was smooth.
Quick 2 down for Braden Fink. Here's the top of the lineup, and Pat DeMarco watches a first pitch off speed offering. Catch the strike zone at the knees for strike 1. Finish up the rest of that dominant back end of the bullpen. Can't forget 2 All-Stars, Ty Madrigal and Trent Denholm. Here's the 1, the 0-1. Curveball misses low and outside. Evens up the count of the ball and a strike. This Whitey pitching staff has struggled with home runs this season and given up second most home runs, 33 on the summer. Here's the 1-1. Fastball misses high. But it seems like in every other outing, they've been really good. Outside of that, scores from around the league. In case you missed it, as the 1-1 swing and a miss from DeMarco. And the lefty is a strike away. Getting out of this 8th inning, Wareham Katuitt tying at 4. Hyannis take defeating Bourne at home. Line the 2-2. That misses high with a fastball. And the count has run full on DeMarco. Brewster falling to Falmouth 10-2. Down on the southwest part of the Cape. And Chatham defeating Harwich at White House Field. Anglers sweep the Mariners 6-0 this season. It's the 3-2 fouled down the third base side right near the Whitey dugout. Count stays full.
So Harwich has lost 12 games to 2 teams.
Both the two teams ahead of them in the division. Wonder if you can just split those games. Wonder how the Eastern Division standings would look.
You also look at Hyannis's big win now, ties them with Wareham at the top of the West.
Here's the kick, and the 3-2 misses outside, ball 4. Fink tried high and away with a fastball, and DeMarco laid off it and will take his free base. Some 2-out life for the Firebirds, and that will bring up the right fielder, J.J. Blade.
Braden Fink just missing with those spots there. Nothing that's going to worry you. He's got to work out. If I wouldn't call it trouble, but just work out of this inning. I mean, it's only a 2-0 lead for YD, believe it or not.
Blade represents the tying run. He's at the plate. Line first pitch from Fink. Curveball breaks off on the outside corner for strike 1. Blade, 5 home runs this summer, 14 RBIs, 309 average entering play today. If he can put one over the fence, that would be huge for Orleans' playoff chances. Fink sets the lefty out of Oklahoma. Looks over at first, 0-1. Swing and a foul straight back, and it's quickly 0-2. Hunter DeMarco over at first base. 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Red Sox ahead of the Firebirds, 2-0. Fink, the hand dragging almost on the dirt as he stares in at Kerner. Gets the sign he wants, comes set. 0-2, swing and a foul ball third base side. Gets out over Orleans' Roan behind us and out of play. Kerner out to have a quick word with the lefty. Make sure they're on the same page. One other defensive change for the Red Sox. Quinn Cotton in for Reese Albert in left field. Grand Canyon product. Kerner says what he needs to. We'll jog back behind the plate. Fink is ahead of J.J. Blade, 0-2. Runner DeMarco off of first. 2-0 lead for the Red Sox. Fink, a quick stare in. Now comes set with Kerner. 0-2. Off speed pitch, misses outside. Check swing. Say appeal. Did not go around. Count 1-2. Spencer Steer, he stands on deck, hoping to get a shot here in the 8th inning. Fink knuckles dragging almost on the dirt. Lefty gets the sign, comes set at the chest. 1-2 pitch. Fastball runs inside and misses. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Flag blowing in softly from right center, straight at home plate. Not much wind from where we are behind home plate. Fink gets the sign again. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away, and for the second straight batter, Blade has now worked the count full.
J.J. Blade, not a guy that you want to just lay one right down the middle to. 5 home runs for these Firebirds.
Blade, the Vanderbilt Commodore, steps in against the Oklahoma Sooner Braden Fink. A shake of the head, now gets the sign he wants from Kerner. Lefty winds, 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Pure old-fashioned hardball from Braden Fink as he blows a fastball right by J.J. Blade for strike 3 and out number 3 here in the 8th inning. We head to the 9th inning here from Eldridge Park. 2-0 lead for the Red Sox over the Firebirds. You're listening to Whitey Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Top of the order, 2 up for the Red Sox. Here in the 9th inning, they lead 2-0 over the Firebirds. It'll be Zach Ashford, Brad Beasley, and Noah Campbell. Actually, it will be a different hitter than Noah Campbell, taken out of the game for Christian Koss. But it will be Zach Ashford, the center fielder, to leave it off. 0 for 4 today. As he digs in for the 5th time against a new pitcher on the bump for the Firebirds. It's Aaron Oceanbine. First pitch from the righty out of Eastern Kentucky, catches the inside corner with a fastball for strike 1. Oceanbine been magnificent this season for the Firebirds. 16 games, 3.2 ERA, and 19 2/3. He's struck out 36 as the 0-1 misses outside, gets away from Gazzo, evens up the count at a ball and a strike. That 19 2/3, 36 strikeouts. He's been great at getting a swing and a miss. Righty kicks 1-1. Fastball misses outside. 2-1 the count on Ashford.
25 appearances for Oceanbine. 21 those coming out of the pen with Eastern Kentucky and a 4.70 ERA.
Replacing Adam Erickson after 2 2/3. 2-1 swing and a liner foul out of play down the third base side. And the count evens at 2-2.
We already see the plus velo on the fastball there. 71 strikeouts and 51 2/3 innings pitched.
Erickson came in relief of Levi Stout, who went an inning or 5 1/3. His best start against the Red Sox this summer. 2-2. Fastball misses high and outside. And the count has run full on Ashford. Insurance runs wouldn't be the end of the world for the Red Sox. They lead 3-2. They lead, 2-0. 3-2 the count on Ashford. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ashford chasing up and out of the strike zone. Strikeout number 1 for Aaron Oceanbine here in the 9th inning, and that will bring up Brad Beasley.
Can't forget, it's just a 2-run lead for YID, so a little insurance is important for the Red Sox in the top of the 9th.
So that will bring up Brad Beasley. It's 0 for 4 today. All right, he had a Cal Poly steps in against Oceanbine. First pitch from the righty. That misses inside for ball 1. It's Quinn Cotton that will bat in the spot of Noah Campbell. He stands on deck. Righty out of Grand Canyon will get a chance to bat here in the 9th. Oceanbine winds 1-0. This is inside. And the count's now 2-0 on Beasley. He's worked ahead. Oceanbine out of the windup. 2-0. This is way outside. Ed Grosjean's lunging for it. Out towards the Orleans dugout down the first base side, and the count's now 3-0. Beasley taps back on the plate. Quickly in the box. Here's the 3-0. Fastball zips in there and right down the middle for a strike. It's 3-1. Red Sox lead 2-0 here in the 9th. They look down on a couple more. Line 3-1 from Oceanbine. Cut on and missed by Beasley. Swung right through a fastball. Could not catch up to the velocity from Oceanbine. And the count is now 3-2. Oceanbine looking for strikeout number 2. The righty winds. Here's the pitch. Misses high. Ball 4 with a fastball. Beasley tosses the bat aside. Will head down to first base. The first base runner for the Red Sox here in the 9th inning. And that will bring up the new three-man, Quinn Cotton.
Not a bad spot there from Oceanbine, going up high with that fastball. Wanted to catch Beasley with the swing because that pitch, as we talked about so often, just looks so good to these power hitters for the Red Sox.
Got Ashford swinging on it for the first out in the 9th, but could not get Beasley to chase. Here's Cotton. First pitch, swing and miss. Very tardy on that first pitch fastball from Oceanbine for strike 1.
Quinn Cotton has been just such a consistent bat for the Red Sox. Adds a ton in the defensive field as well.
Made some spectacular catches out and left this summer. Oceanbine kicks 0-1. Fastball bounces in there. Backhanded by Gazzo. There goes Beasley from first. A headlong dive into second. He's in there in time. Throw is high and off the bag from Grosjean's behind the plate. And the Red Sox now with a runner in scoring position. Beasley taking advantage of the wild pitch.
And Grosjean's gloved it, couldn't find it for a moment. So Beasley took off, a guy with a lot of speed for Jax coming behind Quinn Cotton in the right-handed batter's box, had to reposition himself. Good jump from Beasley.
Went right on that first time. He saw the ball get away, went right away, made it in there in time. Oceanbine count even on Quentin Cotton at 1-1. Beasley takes his lead off of second. Oceanbine sets out of the stretch, the 1-1. Cut on and missed again by Cotton. Again, tardy on that fastball, and the count's 1-2.
Difficult to come off of the bench and be inserted into the lineup against a pitcher like Aaron Oceanbine, who really has that plus velocity. Got to get to the timing.
Andrew Dashbach stands on deck. Hopes to get a chance to bat here in the ninth. Oceanbine kicks the 1-2. Fastball runs outside and misses. Oceanbine trying to get Cotton to chase out of the strike zone, but that Grand Canyon Antelope lays off. Beasley still off of second base as he takes a walking lead, no one holding him on. Oceanbine gets the sign he wants, sets at the chest, the 2-2. Check swing. Cotton goes around strike three. Home plate umpire Rick Antonio said Cotton did indeed go around. Strikeout number 2 for Aaron Oceanbine here in the ninth. And with 2 outs, Andrew Dashbach a chance to come to the plate and drive in a run.
Base knock would be huge here for the Red Sox. Just 2 runs is 1 swing in the bat. I mean, 3 is as well, but all that much difference in that added insurance run, and Brad Beasley out at second.
Good speed for Beasley. He leads off of second again. Dash to the plate now with 2 outs. Came in to replace Zach Zubia, pinch runner. Last time Zubia was up in the 7th inning. Launches ball outside for ball 1. Zubia ended his day 1 for 3. And now Dash, his first at bat in a couple ball games. Steps in from the right side ahead of 1-0. Oceanbine kicks 1-0. Fastball catches the strike zone at the knees. It's 1-1. DeLuca, he stands on deck. Switch hitter out of Oregon. Still a decent amount of fans sticking around for this one. As we are past the 9:30 hour, 9:37 here on the East Coast. Here in Orleans, Massachusetts at Eldridge Park. Oceanbine steps off. Resets himself, now comes back into the stretch. Dash never even stepped out of the batter's box. He's ready. Now Oceanbine steps out again and motions to Groshans to come out to the mound. Quick go over of signs between the Firebirds.
You've got a big spot, and the Red Sox also have a runner on second base who could be trying to steal some signs and relay things to the batter.
Beasley looking over at Scott Pickler, giving the signs at third base. Third base coach for the Red Sox. Back after a 2-day stint in Cooperstown, he saw his former Cypress Charger Trevor Hoffman get inducted. Here's the 1 and the 1-1 to Dashbach. Off-speed pitch misses low and outside. Count 2-1 on Dash. Listen to that interview that you, Brandon, had with him before the game. He's just so happy to see Trevor go in, represent Cypress College. It's a shortstop there, an all-league shortstop.
Same at Arizona as well. Just unreal how that thing shaped out for Trevor Hoffman in his career.
Oceanbine kicks the 2-1 to Dashbach, bounces in there, misses away with a fastball. 3-1 now, the count on Andrew Dashbach. What I believe an A ball. He got moved on to the mound, was really struggling at the plate. And 601 saves later, he's in Cooperstown.
Even from there, he kind of struggled with some arm issues, and that led him to develop that changeup.
Oceanbine sets the 3-1, swing and a foul straight back. Dashbach cheating on a fastball and gets under it, lofts it foul. Been to Cooperstown, Brandon?
I have. I went when I was 12 years old. I played in a tournament up there, and so it was really cool. They have 2 different pretty amazing setups for some youth tournaments. Got to visit as well. Got tickets being there. It is just incredible. It really is such a special place. Similar to what Pick said, just a quaint town, and the baseball hall, it lives there.
Can confirm. It's just a spectacular place, a bucket list item for any baseball fan. Oceanbine set the payoff pitch to Dashbach. Catches the outside corner, strike 3. Dash laid the bat down started heading towards first base, but it'll be strike 3 on the Stanford Cardinal, and that will do it for the Red Sox here in the ninth inning. 3 strikeouts for Aaron Oceanbine as he leads Brad Beasley stranded out on second base. As we head to the bottom of the ninth inning, last chance for the Firebirds here, as it'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up in the Orleans lineup as they look to gain ground in the playoff standings in the East. You're listening to Whitey Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up in the Firebirds order as they look to scrape up a couple of runs. They trail the Red Sox by 2 here in the bottom of the ninth, and they're going to have to do it against Whitey closer Ryan Nelson, an all-star for the Eastern Division. Right-hander out of the University of Oregon has been spectacular this summer. 6'4", 190, a 2.81 ERA, and 13 appearances this summer. 5 saves in 16 innings. He has struck out 25 and walked 9.
That's where he gets himself into a little bit of trouble, though. The walks, he's only allowed 7 hits. But at times he can allow base runners to reach via the free pass, and here in this 2-0 game, that just can't happen.
So it'll start with his teammate at Oregon, Spencer Steer, the second baseman for the Firebirds today. Watches ball 1. Missed outside with a fastball. This is where you'd think Nelson maybe ticks the stuff up even a little bit more.
Oh, we saw him against Harwich.
Wind in the 0-1, or the 1-0, fouled straight back by Steer, evens up the count at 1-1.
Against Harwich on Saturday, that's exactly what he did. YD battled back, got that 8-5 lead, and in the ninth inning, it was Ryan Nelson to shut the door. Certainly capable of doing it again here.
Here's the wind, 1-1. Off-speed pitch, catches the inside corner. Nelson ahead of Steer, 1-2. For the Firebirds, their last walk-off win this summer, all the way back on July 8th, the 9-8 win over the Brewster Whitecaps. A game they were down 8-1 in, stormed all the way back and won it in the ninth inning. Line in the 1-2, fastball, airmails all the way to the backstop. Kerner doesn't even bother getting out of the crouch to get that one. So it bounces off the padding straight behind the plate back to Nelson. Evens up the count at 2-2.
Well, that should answer your question. Is he going to dial it up a bit? Yeah, he is. He definitely is.
Should he get to the spot in the order, which is due up in 5 spots, if my math is right. His other teammate, Kenyon Yovan, designated hitter for the Firebirds today. 2-2, swing and a liner foul. First base side. Drifts into the netting. That extends out beyond the Firebirds dugout, protects the fans on the hill.
Steer really had to slow up the swing. That came in on the hands and ate him up inside.
Nelson sets on the bump. The righty at Oregon kicks 2-2. Fastball misses well outside. Makes the count full 3-2. Logan Wyatt, first baseman, stands on deck. Firebirds really need to grab some points here. They trail the Brewster Whitecaps by 1 point. 2 outs. 1 out. No outs, pardon, here in the ninth as the 3-2 payoff pitch fouled straight back. Count stays full. Brewster falling to Falmouth today, which gives these Firebirds a golden opportunity to snag a playoff spot for the time being. Jump a point ahead of Brewster with 2 games left. Firebirds, of course, own the tiebreaker over the Whitecaps as well. 3-2 from Nelson to Steer, popped sky high on the infield, up into the darkness. Calling for it is Nick Quintana. He's there. He'll make the catch in on the infield grass for out number 1. Ryan Nelson gets that one in on the hands of Spencer Steer, and all he can do is pop it sky high into the infield. And other Pac-12 conference member Nick Quintana there to make the catch. So 1 down. Here's Logan Wyatt. A walk, a ground out, and a strikeout looking for the first baseman out of Louisville. Nelson 2 outs away from wrapping up win number 26 on the summer for the Red Sox. Nelson kicks, first pitch. Fastball misses low. 1-0 the count.
Wyatt's been struggling as of late. Those struggles continue again today. So for Ryan Nelson, hit those spots and then get ahead. Bring that nasty breaking ball that we love to see him bring.
1-0 the count. Nelson set. Here's a pitch. Swing and a foul straight back by Wyatt. And that evens up the count at 1-1.
I think these Firebirds hitters here are doing a good job of getting to that load early, able to at least get bat on that fastball.
Nelson has really a slow windup. Takes his time. The back step brings the leg up, and then once it starts coming down, just explodes off the mound and zips the fastball in there from sits low to mid-90s with a very sharp breaking ball. Nelson sets 1-1, misses inside, goes all the way back to the backstop again, and the count 2-1.
That's your indicator again of him really rearing back to give you a little extra here. Everybody knows this is a big spot in this game, and I think for Ryan Nelson going into the playoffs, it's big for him to set that confidence.
Nelson sets 2-1 pitch, fastball catches the strike zone outside corner. And Nelson has worked the count back to 2-2. Nelson staring a hole through Adam Kerner behind the plate. Gets the sign he wants. The righty sets at the belt. 2-2 pitch, swing and a fly ball out towards left field. Curling into foul territory. And that is foul, lands foul, and out of play. So we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball landed out in the obstructed view from where we're sitting behind the base side of home plate. And the count stays 2-2.
Firebirds hitters just haven't been able to end. Evident with the infield pop-up from Spencer Steer, not able to get those done. Extend on the baseball and try to drive it.
Nelson in stretch. In it at Adam Kerner. Nelson sets again. Here's the 2-2 again from the righty. Off-speed pitch, dives inside and misses on Wyatt. Good take there on the first baseman. It's now full. 2-0 Red Sox lead here at the inning. Nelson 2 outs away from securing the win for YD. Righty kicks 3-2, swing and a liner down the right field side. That's going to get down and head towards the corner. Wyatt hits the bag at first. He's heading towards second. He'll make it there in plenty of time. Digging into the corner is DeLuca. He back into the infield. A 1-out double for Logan Wyatt, and the Firebirds get a runner in scoring position here against Ryan Nelson in the ninth, and that will bring up Jazz.
Well, the pure power and dominance of Ryan Nelson has been his most impressive this season, and I think second to that is just his ability to calm down and work out of tough situations. We saw against Falmouth, Whitey up by just a few runs. He allowed a couple men on board and then kind of worked his way, pieced through it. Now with an out in the bottom of the ninth here, you just got to fight through it.
Now Jack Scrotians, the Kansas Jayhawk, steps in. First pitch from Nelson, misses outside for a ball.
Grotians, 3 home runs so far this season. He's got some pop. The right side, you got to think he'll be shooting the left field line.
Firebirds in desperate need of a win here tonight. 1 point out of playoff position. Line the 1-0. Fastball catches the outside corner. Evens up the count at 1-1. Christian Koss, the shortstop, not holding the runner Wyatt on second base. Neither is Waddell. They're both shaded into the holes, covering as much ground as possible. Playing off the line at first, Bach. Hugging the line at third is Nick Quintana. Outfielders playing straight up. Grosjean steps in, points the bat towards center field, brings it back. Nelson kicks, 0-1, swing and a fly ball foul. First base side up over the hill. And the count 0-2, or 1-2, pardon. Nelson allowed a one-out base runner to reach, and Logan Wyatt heats off of second. All right, he kicks, 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nelson blows a fastball right past Jack Scrotians for his first strikeout of the evening. A huge one with Wyatt still out there on second base. And it will be up to Carter Aldretti to keep the Firebirds.
That's power right there. And Nelson rearing back to get a couple extra ticks on that one, but also the location low and in right at the knees on the inside corner. That's picture perfect.
To bottom of the ninth inning, Carter Aldretti versus Ryan Nelson. Logan Wyatt on second base. Aldretti represents the tying run. First pitch misses low for a ball.
A little breathing room about the 2-run lead for Ryan Nelson. Trust the defense behind you.
Already the Arizona State Sun, tiny on the mat, stands in. 1-0 from Ryan Nelson. Off-speed pitch catches the inside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count.
We've seen him come at hitters with the fastball. We've also seen the ability to really place that breaking ball. He did that so well a couple nights ago against Harwich.
Nelson sets again. Look at Wyatt. 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses low. 2-1 the count on Carter Aldretti. Pac-12 versus Pac-12 here. Oregon Duck, Ryan Nelson, a Sun Devil. Aldretti in the right-handed batter's box. On deck, it's not Kenyon Jovan. It's the wind, 2-1, swing and a foul high and out of play behind home. And the count even at 2-2. Nelson a strike away. We thought it was going to be Jovan who would get to face his teammate. It will not be.
Be Phil Clark if it comes to that point.
A left-handed hitter to face the righty Nelson, the righty Jovan. 2-2 the count on Aldretti. Nelson staring at Kerner, gets the sign he wants. The righty sets. 2-2. Swing and a foul out of play down the first base side. And the count stays at 2-2 on Aldretti. 8 doubles, 5 home runs, 7 RBIs for the Sun. If he could pick up 2 more RBIs, that would be a huge lift for this Firebirds squad. Won the home run just a week Sunday. Nelson sets. Here's the kick from the righty. Curveball dribbled out to the right side of the infield. Over is Waddell. He fields. He'll throw it over first. That will be in time, and that is your ball game. Red Sox come to Eldridge and win 2-0 and take this series now final 5-1 over the Firebirds with a 2 victory here at Eldridge Park tonight as Nelson slammed the door on the Firebirds and win number 26 on their record now 26-11-5 for the Firebirds. 13-28-1 as they will stay point out of a playoff spot.
YD just putting together that full performance, kind of the past couple weeks for the Red Sox, and they haven't had many of these really bear down and gritty type of games. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, TJ, but tonight that was the case, and they were able to dig deep and pull out another victory.
Win tonight goes to Gordon Ingebrigtsen, his first on the Cape. He threw 3 innings, 2 hits, didn't allow a run, a walk, and no strikeouts. The loss will go to Levi Stout. He's now 0-3 on the summer. 3 of his losses have against these Red Sox. And for the pitching staff today, kind of a bullpen effort, and they did a spectacular job, only 3 allowed on the whole night.
Well, and you're at the point in the season where you're trying to save arms for the playoffs or guys that are reaching their innings limits. So you're seeing piecing things together as we inch closer towards the playoffs. And for YD, that's what it was, really a full team effort. And heck, even Brant Herter, who we've seen in the starting position, come out of the pen and do a really good job for YD.
So one final look around the Cape. Lingham Katuah tied up at 4. That one final at Lowell Park, which points-wise officially secured YD for the #1 overall seed in the Cape League playoffs should they make it all the way. At McKeon Park, Hyannis 4-3 victory over the eliminated Bourne Braves in the Western Division. Hyannis comes to within a point of the Gatemen as they end play with 2 games left against the Red Sox. In Falmouth, the 10-2 win for the Whitecaps as they stay, or 10-2 loss, for the Whitecaps as they stay a point ahead of the Firebirds. And at White House Field, the Chatham Anglers, a 4 victory over the Harwich Mariners, and Chatham sweeps Harwich here in the summer of Teener in the regular season 4-1, as those two will meet up in the first round of the Eastern Division playoffs. And then lastly, the final here from Eldridge Park, 2-0 Red Sox, the win over the Orleans Firebirds. Tomorrow it'll be a 4:30 start time, first 4:30 start of the year at home against Harbor Hawks as the home in Hyannis to close out the regular season for the Red Sox as they head towards the playoffs, the top spot in the Eastern Division. For my broadcast partner, Brandon Pelter, I'm TJ Matt saying so long from Eldridge Park, and thank you for listening to Red Sox Baseball.